Man, it's your man SuavenyV. I'm here back with another video. Today we got Charleston White, his mom on Tasha K. So I seen the clip like last week or something, 2 weeks ago when it was about a while ago when I think he had on Instagram right after he did the Tasha K show podcast. I was like, damn, Charleston bring his mom one day. I guess it's about that time, but we gonna check it out, see what's happening.
They going about the closet. And I said, I can't do it. I'm scared. I'm nervous. Just to look at it terrified me.
I know she gonna say some shit.
Yeah, Mama, you may have to need it. I said, I can't touch it. I can't touch it. I had to call somebody to come over there to get the gun down, take the bullets out of it.
I'm honored right now to be doing this interview. Exceptionally honored. Like, there is nothing on the internet about you at all.
Really?
Nothing. It is completely non-existent. I mean, we have used some of the deepest AI that we could find, and nobody could find you except for your son.
Wow.
Charleston White.
Wow. Because I've talked to other people, and that's surprising, but I don't know if it was like what we finna do, but it was a little, just like a little insert.
She a pretty lady.
Or whatever.
Nothing.
She do that's a nice outfit.
They had several pictures of women that look like you. When that came, I was like, this is not her. So, your first.
I'm surprised.
This is your first time ever sitting down?
No, I've sat down before. I mean, I sit down and talked about my children before, but to just zoom in on just talking about just Charleston himself, no.
Okay. I can't find that interview. I gotta get that interview. Oh, that's why.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know it was documentary. All I know is he said, hey, Mama, I'm coming over, and these people got, I said, oh, okay.
Mama White. Can I call you Mama White?
You can, many people can.
That's what they call you? Yeah. Mama White, Miss Yolanda White. I'm not gonna call him infamous because I like what he does on the internet. I really do. Like, I like how he just, he just handles business. Like, he doesn't mind holding the culture accountable. He doesn't mind not being liked or accepted. And I just like how he's just assimilated the algorithm to polarize him and his beliefs, and I believe a lot of what he believes, and that's why him and I are cool now. And I would have never thought in a million years that me and Charleston White would be cool. But we're really cool, though. Like, we're really cool.
Until you get to know him.
Until you get to know him. And I'm like, we really the same, like, as far as our views on, the gang culture and children dying as a result of the gang culture, a lot of the policies and stuff going on. How we have to go about putting it out there. Because, with our community, how social media is just kind of programmed through the algorithm, it's like, you gotta have somebody like him that doesn't mind saying what needs to be said, when it needs to be said. Because a lot of these guys out here just pick me. They run with a bunch of guys. To me, it's very gay. And they need acceptance, and they need love, and, a lot of them don't have, mothers that ground them. And he's talked a lot about his upbringing. And, I know some people probably call Cap, ain't no way that all happened to you. And so when he asked me to sit down with you, I said, absolutely. I would sit down with Miss White, Miss Mama White. And who else would she sit with?
Yeah.
Like, I'm from the South. I was raised by a Southern woman. And, y'all get down to business. So welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
It is. I love that mask. That's just so gangster.
Thank you.
Miss White. Where were you born and raised?
In Fort Worth.
Really?
Yes.
So you in Texas? That explains the cowboy boots and the sparkles.
Yeah. Well, back then I guess one sparkle, but you go into things, and I just like bling bling. I like the sparkles.
Yeah, because when you walked in the door, I said, "Oh, I see what Charleston get his sparkles from." You say he got it from me.
That's right. Because in how many years you never would say that he would even wear sparkles, wear skinny jeans. Oh, Mama ain't wearing that. That's for women. They ain't wearing no skinny jeans. I ain't putting on that, I ain't wearing no pink shirt. Mama,
that's a nice ass shirt she got.
I said, no, it's not. So I represent the guy. Mom, I'm not doing it. So many years ago, you never would even find in your mind that he'd be wearing bling, skinny jeans, and none of that.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer. You mind telling people how young you are?
No, I don't mind that at all. I'm not one of them women that care about that age. I'm 66 years old, turned that on last Sunday, on January 25th. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful to God for blessing me these 66 years.
I just gotta ask you to do one thing because I don't think they know how young you look.
I ain't lying.
Like,
She look
black
real
does
good.
not crack. Do you mind just doing this real quick?
Well, if I take the mask off, I might want to keep it off.
No, put it back on. It's gangsta. I want the whole issue.
Yeah,
I just wanted you to shut the whole.
Okay, I'll do it real quick.
The face. Oh. See, them little girls out there be going to pay for them, fillers and pump cheeks and stuff like that. You ain't.
I may pay for me some fillers too.
You don't need them.
I ain't started yet, but I may.
You don't need them. Like you are.
Oh, that's so sweet. You got a mama
You
there.
see what you see that other people don't see, so.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the compliment.
Anytime.
Yeah, real shit though.
I have 3 children.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are their ages, if you don't mind me asking?
Charles will be 49, I think, 51 and 35.
Oh, wow.
And I have 3. That's my maternal children.
Okay, so you done raised a lot of kids.
I have, and I adopted 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
They're out of my family, but
Okay.
they're my maternal.
Yo, you know what type of mama you gotta be to not only raise your kids, but raise other people's kids. And Charleston say his mama was a type of mama that loved and took care of foster kids. That's a blessing, bro. That's a different type of mama. I always love women and moms that love to take care of kids and love people and love to take care of kids. And I ain't gonna lie, the men and the people that got moms like that, them be the wildest niggas. Them be the savagest niggas. Like, all the guys I know that's wild and savage and wild as fuck, that stay in trouble, that do the wrongest shit in life, they got good ass mamas, bro. They got mamas that love them to death and do whatever the fuck they want them to do, spoil them like crazy. Like, so that's a good thing though, man. You know what I'm saying? For a mom to not only take care of her kids, but take care of everybody else's kids and adopt more kids. You know how much goddamn money you gotta have to take care of 3 kids and take care of somebody else's kids and just raise other people? That's some shit, bro. That's some shit. That's very good.
Okay, so from like your sister or brother?
Right, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Take care of brother kids, foster kids.
We gotta get to know, because Charles got a lot of people. They either love him or they hate him. They're trying to figure out like who raised this. I was gonna say the N-word, but I ain't gonna cuss right, Mama.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am. So I just need you to back up a little bit. Like, have you seen your son on the internet?
I'm not on social media, and I don't have.
Y'all heard she said she ain't on social media. That's what moms need to do. If you a mom, your ass shouldn't be on social media. So that's good that his mom ain't on social media to see it. I guarantee you the people that don't like Charleston, they probably be sending his mama some stuff like, yo, look at your son. But that's good that she ain't on social media.
My mother's gonna be 86 and she have all that.
So she know.
I don't have any of that.
Charles, you should have brought your grandmama down here.
She ain't gangster. Well, I guess,
Oh my God.
you be what you have to be.
Yeah,
When you have to do it.
So you really don't know the Charleston White that we see.
No, I know what I'm told by my daughter and himself, his son. A lot of things I don't agree with, and he already know. If I hear some of my daughters say, Mama, I got to send this to you, let me tell you what's going on. Or you gonna hear it because it's all over everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So she might play a little bit. I say, girl, I don't want to hear no more of that. And, but the thing about it is this, whether you famous or not, on the internet or not, there's always gonna be people that like you and dislike you. That's just a part of life itself. Right. You can't never please everybody.
Right.
You cannot be what everybody wants you to be. You can't act like everybody wants you to act, because we all act some way.
Right.
And some difference. It's just he's on the internet public where people can see it.
Right.
Well, what we do within our home, we're not on the internet and people can't see that. So I get it.
It's just very rare that you find, because I know like my mother-in-law, she's 71. my mom, I cannot keep them off of social media. I'm like, Mom, why are you on my page? This person said this person said that. But for you, like, I could tell there's a peace, like an internal peace.
I ain't lying. I
I
ain't
got too
lying.
much to do. I can't. And when I see how at a wake or a funeral and they found out I'm Charleston, my husband be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, 3 o'clock in the morning, watching Charleston? My God. She said, then I get up with John. I'm like, oh, really? He touched. She said, oh, yeah. My husband loved him. And even on my job, they said, oh, you Charleston white mom? I said, no, I'm not. So she ran over and looked at my name tag on my desk. She said, yes, you are. That's you. And I go, I can't deny him. He belong with me. I said, everybody don't like him. She said, oh, but I love him.
They asking you for pictures?
No, I don't do that no more.
You used to?
Yeah, with certain people, but I don't even do it, period, anymore. Because I know people take your picture, like that guy did at a funeral, and then he and I took a picture, and he posted it and tried to intimidate Charleston by it. And this was a boy that I helped his aunt send to school from my home when he was like in the 2nd grade.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so I don't take pictures after that. Mm-mm.
So did he use it as a way to intimidate Charles?
Yes,
like,
he tried to. Yeah, he tried. He said a whole lot of stuff. And I had helped his aunt with him and his sister and his brother. And that did
And he
it for
turned
me.
around and disrespected you like that.
But it's okay. It was just a spirit behind it. And I understand it all. First it pissed me off. And then I thought I fed it good hot meals and made sure no one snotty sitting in the school, picking him up from school and da-da-da-da. But it's okay. I understood it and forgave him and moved on from it. But I'm just talking about it now because, you know, what you just mentioned.
Okay. Shame on him.
Well, you know, just like my first cousin, her daughter had all these pages of documents that looked like they were legal, said that Charleston had raped a girl he'd never been to her home before because her mother is not the kind of mother to allow her kids to go and stay over at nobody's house. But that was her way, I guess, to get her clap. But it didn't work. And I said, well, who would take up that much energy to falsify documents from a court and sign off on it? It looked like a DA signed off on it. And if he seen her, he wouldn't even know her. If he seen her mother, he wouldn't know her. She would have to say, oh, I'm your cousin so-and-so. They call me Cricket. I'm Cricket's cousin. So then he would say, oh, okay, I know your name, but he don't know her. So, again, just a demonic force, just a spirit behind it, trying to get him to respond, but he don't even know her. And I'm sure he responded. My daughter told me that, but he didn't even know her.
So you have a reason as to why you maintain your privacy?
No, before that I didn't do it. When it first come on the scene, I just never been interested in doing it because I didn't see how it would benefit me. I see how it would take my time, the time that I really didn't have to give to it. Because I look at my daughter say, y'all don't want to keep my mom on her knees praying for my brother all the time. That's what I got to do. And I just hadn't been interested in it. Even when it came on the scene, I just never took no interest in it.
Well, listen, I want to start from you. Did you always know that your son was going to be a prolific figure? I mean, he's recognized by Elon Musk. Do you know Elon
Really?
Musk?
I know who he is.
No.
I
He's a
remember.
trillionaire.
Yeah. I remember
Charleston.
when Charleston was in the TYC, the boys facility, when he got in trouble. I remember him writing a letter we can't find yet. He was 15. He went in when he was 14. He was 15. And my other boy went in prison shortly after that. He wrote him a letter and said, I'm going to be famous one day. He was 15 when he said this. And we can't find that letter. I'm sure we'll come upon it at the point of time. But right now, we can't find the letter. He said, I'm going to be famous one day. And he always been, even as a little boy, everybody want to keep him. Because he was mischievous. And a lot of kids are mischievous. That's just the bottom line of that. But it's like everybody just want to keep Charles, but they want to keep him because they want to whoop at him.
Whether you're a professional technician or
Yeah, they
simply
want to
take
whip
pride
him.
in maintaining your own cars,
That's crazy.
Harbor Freight offers quality auto tools to...
Yeah, man, they got Charleston White mom up here. That's crazy. No, it's about to be good.
Yeah, because you got to take a look at these waves I got, baby, waving at you. Ah, yes. Ain't they cute? Shout out to Honey Beauty. The only...
That's crazy, though. Shout out to Charleston. He got mama on there. Mama said, the Baba said, Mama said, the Baba said, yeah, 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 yeah. Say, nigga, hey, nigga, say, nigga, hey, nigga. Mama said, the Baba said, yeah, Charleston, I fuck with Charleston, man. I fuck with Charleston, man. Got his mom dukes up they man. She's stupid.
After months of planning and negotiating, I am excited to announce that ShopTKDeals.com is now extending.
Yes, what's up, man? Shout out to Charleston, man.
On each sale that you make on ShopTKDeals.com, okay? And so listen, I'm excited to work with you guys. I'm excited to train you guys. Not only will I be training you, we'll be hosting webinars, sales calls, and all that to make sure that we're all successful and we keep all of these brands happy. So I want you guys to stop what you're doing now, go on over to the website, ShopTKDeals.com, hit join my sales team, and I will see you guys on our sales call, okay? All right, India. Now, what do you go by? India?
LaFay.
LaFay.
DKA round right you.
Did you have a rough childhood coming up?
No, you know, I had a sweet childhood. I made it rough.
Oh,
my mom
Lord.
was awesome. I had an awesome mama. She always had us in school.
So, what did you go to prison
Our
for?
burglary squad. That's how I got the cereal in my cell. I was in a maximum prison. They put cereal in there. Tried to get him to hurt me to get more time. The whole time he fell in love with me.
You was in a serious?
I was. He was in there for gay man. He was in there for gay man.
Why was he gay man? Did he tell you?
Yeah, he told me.
Now tell him, why was he killing? Why was
He started, okay, well, I'm gonna just tell you this. I got out of prison and I started writing him like, yo, he started sending me money from prison, like off his books and shit. I'm like, yo, okay, he a player. So I started being with him and shit, writing him shit, and he got out of prison. And that's when he started going crazy.
And you know, he gonna tell me everything because he was a mama's boy. My boys was mama's boy, like my girl is a mama's girl.
I can see why shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a good mama, boy. Nigga, I know people that got good mamas, boy. They mama spoiled them to damn death. They can get in, they can kill somebody and be like, mama gonna be right there and hug them. Mama do everything. Charleston say his mama, Charleston say up until he was about 30, bruh. 30, late 40s, he can call his mama and ask his mama for any fucking thing, bruh. And a lot of people that I meet in New York, bruh, they be grown and they be in their 20s and they can call their mama and ask their mama for anything, bruh. I always adored and like people that got good mamas. You know what I'm saying? Mine's, thank God for a mama, but you know what I'm saying? Hell no. But shout out to the good mamas though that love their kids, that meant to have their kids, even if they didn't mean to have their kids, they still love their kids and take care of their kids. And they love their kids because their kids ain't asked to be here, but they love their kids and take care of kids, period.
So I want to let people keep him. And I let a few in between keep him. But I know he's going to come and tell me everything. And I was going to direct it. Now, I told Charleston he act like his dad, but he didn't have a relationship with his dad. But his dad, very well, spirit is a part of him. But you know, we have 33 chromosomes of our parents, 33 of the dad, then we got our own one in the middle. But he didn't know him. But his family would say, boy, that boy ain't just like his dad. Because he would just go off and say stuff and that's what his daddy did. But when I think back, before I was changed and start being conscious of what I say, I pop off too. But not like with all that cussing that he do. He said, but mama, they pay me to cuss. I always saw you ain't got to do all that cuss. But mama, they pay me to cuss. That's what they pay me for. I said, okay.
What they do?
Well, that's what he said.
They think something wrong with him if he ain't cussing. They're going to be like,
well,
they done got him in a minute.
Yeah, but you know what? Yes, but you know, he was in the political realm when he had his wearing his dress and he was meek and humble and going into the schools and doing all that. He said, mama, I wasn't making 2 pennies. He said, when I started acting like a fool and crazy, then I started making money.
I mean,
he said that.
It is what it is. It's facts.
Yeah.
He said
I
that.
mean, people love a good circus. That's why we give them that a lot. That's what
Until they find out, you know, they find out that when he got in trouble and he told his story, it's a few people say, oh, he lying. He ain't been through all that, but he has.
Let's talk about that. So you and Charleston's father, were y'all married?
No.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
All right. So, was it like, did you guys plan to have Charleston?
We ain't planning to have none of them. All 3 kids. I didn't plan 3 different baby daddies. I didn't plan. It happened heat of the moment Charleston dad and I dated. I was 18 years old.
You were a baby.
His dad had come from the military. He's in the Navy. Nice looking guy, you know. Had a good, smooth conversation. And I don't know if Charleston ever showed you a picture of it, of his dad. But real intelligent, smart man, just like his boy.
Okay.
And it is what it is.
You got pregnant and...
Yeah.
So were you a single mother most of the years?
I was a single mother most of the years.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it because he was in the Navy and he traveled a lot?
No. He was out of the Navy when I met him.
Okay. Okay.
No.
And so
it just didn't happen for his marriage or I guess our relationship might have lasted about a couple of years maybe, you know, but off and on, in and out. And but he never never is the wrong term to use. For his relationship building with his son, that didn't happen. He interacted, because he did get married later, he interacted, him and his wife, but it wasn't relationship building as a father and a son.
So if we meet his father today.
You ain't gonna meet him, he's deceased.
Oh, okay. Rest in peace, Father White.
His last name was Williams.
Oh, okay. His wife. There we go. Basically the personalities are similar. The articulation, I take it from
his family that knew him, that's 70, 80 years old, when they on that stuff and on the social media, they say, boy, when I see that boy, I can't help but think. His dad's name was Charles Ray. I can't help but think about Charles Ray, because that boy just like him. Now, his dad died, and Charleston had to bury him. And it was a hard thing for him to do, because he didn't have a relationship. So his emotions of the absence of his father came up. And he was like, well, Mama ain't never did enough for me. Why should I bury? I said, well, son, you the only child he had that we know of. I said, well, if that ain't what you want to do, don't do it. So I just took it to God in prayer. And within 24 hours, he called me and said, my mama gonna do it. So when he went and did it, and the weight and all, and his dad's family came, and they was crying, because it's like they looking at him, but they think his dad is standing there because he looked just like him. And he had a grin, a smile, the way he laughed, the way his hand looked, the way he walked. All they could think, and this boy is identical to his dad. And then one of the cousins had to apologize to him, because she had said that wasn't his dad. And she called and apologized to me. I told her, you don't apologize. I said, but you know Charles Ray's behavior, right? She said, yes, well, that's his son. Meaning he don't want nothing to do with y'all, because that would have been his dad's behavior if the shoe was on the other foot for him. And he don't, he have a few of his dad's family members that he interact with, but outside overall, he doesn't.
And you were always cordial with them? You know?
Oh, yeah. To this day. I believe in the mother letting your child know the father, you don't want to lay down with him. You ain't got up with the baby, whichever way it happened. Let them know this side of the family. Don't tell them nothing bad about it, because they're going to grow up and learn this on their own, thinking they're going to grow up and learn it on their own, like he did. And I remember taking his dad with me to visit Charleston and get his state school. And he was in the military and getting this money for Charleston, and he asked him, so what do you want me to do with the money that they're going to give me for you? You want me to keep it? And he looked at him, and he said, my mama is all I know. Give it to my mama. Wow. He was 15. He said, my mama is all I know.
So so after you had Charleston, he did talk to us about him like losing his eye.
Everybody age, maybe 6.
Dang.
And what happened, I never forget this. I was going to the grocery store. This lady that lived in the projects used to keep them for me when I went to work at night. Her daughter, he went over to our house to watch him. I took him over for her to watch him while I go. She had boys. While I went to the grocery store. Well, when I come back, Charleston, being mischievous, that we call it, he got a rubber band and a number 2 pencil.
Bad as hell. Ain't no fucking mischievous. Bad as a
And as he was
motherfucker.
shooting it, the pencil flew back and poked him in his eye. On the next day, I took the children to the circles downtown Fort Worth.
Yeah, he did say that.
My nieces, maybe about 6 kids. And they were walking and Charles was joking and
Ran
had the
into the
kids
pole.
laughing. And before he realized, he walked right into that light pole with that same eye that the pencil leg had stuck him in. At that time, what I didn't know, when he hit his eye on that light pole, on that big silver pole, it splattered blood across his vision lens. So when I took him into the emergency room the next day, just would find out he had to go to specialists. So his vision lens was stained with the blood flow. So the period of time of using drops and ointment and all this stuff in his eye, where the pressure of the eye became so severe over the period of time that the pain was unbearable. So now we've gone maybe about 2 years, maybe 1986 we moved to Monroe, Louisiana, moved back in 1988. In 1988 is when he had to have the surgery. Now, keep in mind, I worked for General Motors, I worked at night, so they didn't have supervision. So now he's approaching to be a teenager. And my son was older, and I showed him how to put the ointment in the eye that would lessen the pain, but he didn't do it. He would leave him unattended. So Charleston not wanting to tell on his brother, so when I would call home, oh, Mama, all right, but his eye would hurt so bad. So when I took him to the specialist, Dr. Tronick was the specialist, and the pressure was just too high of being so severe of pain. He said, well, one of the things we got to do is remove the eye. So he explained it to Charleston and I. We talked about it. And I said, well, son, you would have just one eye. You know, of course, you know, we were crying and going on. And so anyway, had the surgery, had the eye removed. And then he got a prosthetic eye, which people wouldn't even know he had a prosthetic eye. He didn't never tell him, never took it out. But that's how that came about.
Damn. See, one thing about me as a kid growing up, bro, I wasn't mischievous or whatever the fuck that word means. That must be a cute word for being bad. I wasn't bad, bro. Like, I was wild a little bit growing up, and like wild and energy and running around, jumping on shit, climbing shit, throwing like fast and wild and active and shit. I was like that too. But my grandma used to tell me, I used to do shit like that, playing with shit. My grandma said, boy, you gonna break your fucking neck. She ain't used to say fucking, she used to curse, but she said, boy, you gonna kill yourself doing that. Flipping off of shit, like jumping off of drug. We used to do all kind of stuff. But grandma used to tell us, boy, you gonna break your neck. You better sit down somewhere for you knock your eye out. You better sit down somewhere for you. So we listen though. That's the only thing, that's the difference between me. I used to listen. Like, they used to say, boy, y'all better stop that before you break a leg, before you break an arm. Like, growing up, so many kids, like, didn't listen. And a lot of things happened to a lot of kids from them not listening. I witnessed that as a kid. So you can't be you can't be bad. You gotta listen, because if you don't, stuff gonna happen to you. Like, you hurt yourself one day, then the next day you hurt yourself again, and then you getting this, then you going to jail. Like, you just going through too damn much, because really and truly done your daddy. So luckily, thank God, I had a daddy. He wasn't in my house, but he was in my life. But not only did I have a daddy, I had great grandma sons, which was 3-4 uncles and 3 or 4 cousins and 3 or 4 cousins. Like, I had a lot of men in my family, a bunch of men. I had nothing but men. Only women was in my family was a few women. Great grandma, my mama, and my aunt. Like, it was a few women. Everybody else was men, real men too at that. So I ain't had no choice but to listen and do right.
That's you.
Oh wow. I just couldn't bear it, you know, just thinking about my son with one eye. Then I thought about, well, he could have been blind in both eyes.
Yep.
I thought about, well, when the pressure went so high and he had a stroke or heart attack.
Bust his head.
Because the pressure was severe. I'm just recently really walking in my faith, you know, just walking in it and knowing that I got to protect my children, got to see about this, my baby boy. I had not had my daughter at this time. And it was real difficult because I'm thinking I'm working at night and I can't be there to put the medicine in his eye. You know, so I took a leave of absence from a job and all that, but you only have so much money saved up, so you can't take a leave of absence forever. Because money is what you got to function off of, paying your bills, right? So anyway, it was emotional, you know, seeing that. But he made it through. He made it through. Now back up, before that happening, well, he might have been 7 or 8, maybe about 12 when he got the eye removed. He left at 14. He had to come back. They had to bring him back to see that same doctor for a follow-up. But to back up, before that happened, he had an incident when he was probably about 6 or 7. He was 6 or 7 or 5 when this happened with a wash machine, playing in a apartment complex, jumping on top of the wash machine. Some kind of way the lid popped up. His leg fell over in it and his spin, he broke his fibula and his tibia. And he wore a body cast from his chest all the way down to both feet with a brace in between it.
See, he was a badass motherfucking child, bro. God damn, boy. What the fuck you doing standing on the goddamn... Boy, man, my uncle see us doing some shit. I remember one time we were just throwing bottles, just busting bottles. Bah, bah, bah. Just busting bottles. My cousin came out that bitch, boy. Y'all better cut that shit out. First thing he said, y'all better stop busting bottles before the glass fly in your eye. Like they always tell us to stop doing something before XYZ happen. And we used to listen. Stop doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, you gotta listen, bro. As a kid, you gotta, first of all, you gotta not do wrong. Like, as a kid, you gotta know right from wrong, bro. You gotta know right from wrong. You need to be taught right from wrong. So, and then you gotta know that, okay, this is wrong, even though it's fun, but it's wrong and it's dangerous. I used to stay the fuck away from dangerous shit, even though life already dangerous and we already fucking with danger. But if I was a kid, bro, I knew better. Nah, bro, that shit dangerous. We used to play football in the street, but I was so fast, y'all niggas ain't even gonna catch me to get tackled, so it don't even matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can catch, so, but damn, bro, you had to be a badass motherfucker to just be down, just doing shit for no damn reason. What the fuck you doing jumping on the goddamn a fucking wash machine for, bro? Like, get your ass down, bro. But I ain't gonna even lie. Some kids is so fucking bad, bro. Something need to happen to their motherfucking ass because they won't listen. If you say stop that, they won't stop that. Sit your ass down, they won't sit their ass down. You better stop before you break your fucking neck. They still ain't gonna stop. Next thing you know, so they don't bust their shit open, let their ass stay right there and cry for a minute. I told you to sit your motherfucking ass down, but they don't want to listen. But that's some shit, though. Damn, look at her, bro. That's some shit, boy. Like, nobody ain't tell you to sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere, boy. You done fuck your legs up. You in a cast by yourself. Then you gonna knock your eye out. Then you run into a damn pole, boy. Man, I used to be like that too, though. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like that too. But I ain't used to get hurt. I used to get hurt a little bit, but I ain't used to be that damn wild. I used to listen, bro. Hell no. I used to fuck myself up too, but I used to listen, bro. That one thing I noticed about kids, they ass ain't gonna listen.
Mama, there's a video on the internet of Charleston in a club. They don't tell you what type of club it was.
Probably a strip club. You know, he the truth and tell all that stuff.
I didn't want to say it all.
That's all right. I did.
A gun went off and he shot himself in the leg. You know that, right?
Uh-huh.
But I just feel like Charles has just been like
wild ass bro.
Dangerous to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is what happened.
That's a damn fool, boy.
They pack him around with their body cast, go take him to his appointment, put a little pillowcase right here, and such a strong, determined young man within.
Was he in a wheelchair with the podcast? Did he can walk with it?
He taught himself how to walk with it. But before I was packing him to the bathroom, bedpan and all that. And one morning,
The #1 doctor
Damn, boy.
friends.
I ain't got them damn stories, boy. That's crazy.
I woke up. I said, how did you get down at the bed, son? He said, Mama, I looked at my legs and I told my legs, you walking today. You heard me, legs? I'm tired of my brother and my mama saying about me, legs, you gonna walk today. He said, Mama, I got down and my legs are walking.
Wow.
So when I would take him to the specialist, it would always be such a team of doctors to come to see that this miracle boy walking in his body cast, because his body cast was literally from here all the way down with a brace, with brace in between. And people would just come by. We had boys on our door, we standing there. People just come by just to see this kid standing in this door with his body cast, because it was like unbelievable.
So he got inside the washing machine?
Yeah, he fell in it. The top, he was jumping up and down in some kind of way. That lid flipped over, and while it was spinning, his leg went in and it broke his fibula and tibia. His whole leg would turn around backwards. Girl, it was just terrible.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Damn, boy.
And
No
this,
wonder this man's comedy career is soaring.
and this lady
Damn.
in John Peter Smith Hospital, I'm gonna dig those pictures out too. My baby was in so much pain, and this one lady, I said she was a nurse, but she worked at General Motors now. She took such good care of Charleston, and even she would just come and she just like took care of him like he was her own child. And sometime I run into the lady, she said, how my boy doing? I said, girl, you took care of my boy so good at that
I miss
hospital.
nurses like that.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I said I miss nurses like that.
Yeah. So he made it through that, and you can't even tell that even happened, that he broke his fibula and tibia. You can't even tell, because it's not unbalanced like that where you can tell. And if he don't tell you,
That
you don't know.
sounds so painful.
I ain't
Yeah, it was
lying.
real
God
painful.
damn, that shit hurt. Boy, that's some shit. No wonder that motherfucker act the way he act, bro. I'm telling you, when you see people acting a certain way, you gotta find out what the fuck happened to their ass when they was a kid. God damn, boy. Bless you, boy. Jesus Christ, man. Golly.
It spun around, it spun around, and we ran and got him and took him upstairs, not knowing at that time I shouldn't have moved him, calling 911, and they come and I said, whoa, why did you do that? What did you do? And I'm not even knowing how bad it was, but his little leg and little bone was sticking up, and I was like, oh my God. And during this time, I think was I working at MCI, was I working at General Motors. I think I had started at GM at the time. I may have been already at GM, but anyway, yeah, that was very emotional, very difficult to do.
My goodness.
So that happened first, then the eye happened after that.
Damn.
So when he describes his whole childhood of being in the hospital, he really was not
Mine,
exaggerating.
oh no, mm-mm.
What?
Damn.
So when he describes his whole childhood of being in the hospital, he really was not
Mine,
exaggerating.
oh no, mm-mm.
What type of?
Mm-mm.
And he says he was homeschooled most of the time because he couldn't go to school because he was in the hospital.
Right.
I used to
He's
want to
very
be high
smart,
school.
very
I used to
smart.
want to be
Even going to college with a GPA of 4.0, being on the dean's list, he like having this micro vision. When he see things, he grasps it, and he don't even have to go back to the book. He just know it, Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's absolutely. I don't know. Maybe him spending all that time in the hospital. When you're you know how they say your senses heighten when you can't use one part of your body. So when you got one eye missing, all your other senses. Of course, this eye makes up for the other eye in your ears and your brain. It's just everything heightens, and I feel like him being, immobile for a while, kind of pushed him to accelerate his brain, and we see that. And I think that's the part, like, when people really get to know Charleston, like, they instantly fall in love with him. And I saw Elon Musk, like, quoting Charleston White. And I was like, you done made it to the president's, like, quarters?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they protect him. Trump and them, they love him.
Mm. Wow. I remember when he was in Giddens State School, and it was just so much stacked against him. Because when Charleston got in trouble at age 14, he got in trouble for murder. This was a time when determined sentences was coming on the scene for Texas. And determined sentences is when a young person, a teen, do an adult crime, they fall into determined sentences. You are sentenced, start off at 40 years.
Damn.
When you get 18, then you go back before the judge, and then the judge determines whether you go to the big people prison or what you're going to do with you. So in the midst of this time, when Charleston getting ready to come back before the courts, it was so much stacked against him. It was so many people disliked him. Even director told him, I'm going to make sure you go to prison. And if you don't go to prison, I'm going to resign. So, of course, you're going to let his mama know, and I take off down there during the week. And they was like, well, you can't visit him in the week. I said, I'm not coming to visit him. I'm coming to visit the director. That's who I'm here to see. And if I got to wait all day, so be it. So I did see her.
Damn.
And I told her what she had, Charleston told me she said. And they had kind of put him in solitary confinement, made him stand up, wouldn't let him read no book. I said, no, that's inhuman. You're not going to do him like that. I said, your promise to him, if you don't go to prison, you're going to resign. I said, you might as well go ahead and start your resignation now, because he's not going to prison. So, of course, lo and behold, he went back to court. He didn't go to prison. I received a package in the mail that was FedEx to me. Got a phone call from this lady telling me what she was sending me. She said, they got so much falsified stuff against your son. She said, I have sent it to you. She said, but please don't let them know I did it. So I called her attorney, which he's deceased now. I said, Mr. Mallory, I got to bring this in to you. He said, I'm Miss White. Both of your boys are gone, and I know you have a heart of a mother. So do you think you just want your son home? Is this really true? I said, oh, I have the documents, the evidence. So I took it to his office and left, and he called me, go, wow, this is unbelievable. They have falsified hundreds of pages on this boy and documented every day. So when it come time to go back to court, of course we got this ammunition. The lawyer has a heart attack, so we had to put it off. The judge subpoenaed the director and different one to come. They avoid the subpoena. He had to subpoena him again. So the lady that sent me the information, her son came to court, but he didn't go to prison. He didn't go to prison. And it was unbelievable. So that's why that state school stuff started changing. And they realized that these people weren't doing right by these young people. And everybody didn't have a support team like Charleston had. They didn't have a mother like I had. And one thing, every time I go visit him, because I'm going to visit him once a month, he gonna call and say, Mama, you mind bringing so-and-so a pair of pants, bringing him, because he don't have nobody. So I be taking clothes to somebody else, whomever, hat, t-shirt, socks, underwear, and all that. And I didn't mind doing it.
Good mamas.
So since he didn't go to prison, this was a sour taste in some of the people's mouth at TYC. And Giddens, let me say Giddens. Now this lady done elevated up in Austin. So when Charleston started his hype about helping young people to excel, he went back to Giddens.
Foundation.
He went back to Giddens and did a big barbecue. I mean, every dignitary from Austin was there. I mean, and he had got together about 40 people that was in Giddens, females and males, and they went too. And it was really unbelievable. But at one point, he sat on the board, TYC, down in Austin, I guess to cuss the folk out down there. And then when Senator John Whitmore, he became associated with him, and later I needed him. So I could see Charleston's life shifting. I could see it shifting. he had a heart for helping young people and helping them to excel and tell their story. So everybody don't have a mother supported such as his mother was. Some of the kids don't have anybody at all.
Hell yeah.
Explain, because you know there are a lot of people that really don't know all the specifics of what went down when Charleston was charged. He was charged with
murder.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but he didn't pull the trigger.
No.
Okay, the young man that he was with did.
Yes.
And that's the young man that didn't go to jail.
Did he what?
Did he go to jail?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's only one boy that didn't. I want to think because I think he got killed in a car wreck
before it was time. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe he got probably. I'm not even sure, but I know he got killed in a car wreck. But what happened? And I won't forget this because I had bought Charleston a starter jacket. So they went to the 303 Mall, which is closed today because of that incident.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's closed today because of the incident. Things just went down. And he and 4 or maybe 5 other boys. And this boy that got killed in a car wreck, his mother had bought him a car. He was about 14, 15 years old. So that's how, and he was her owner's child. And you know, he was dependable and respectful. I get it, but he had his own vehicle, you know, nice car at the time. And they had broken into a girl's house and stole her dad gun, which was a police officer in Arlington.
Them boys bad as fuck, boy. You know how fucking bad you gotta be to break into a goddamn police house and steal the gun to go. What the fuck is wrong with y'all boys, bro? Damn, them boys broke into a goddamn police. What the fuck, bro? That just like, nigga, you gonna break into that's like breaking into the jail. You gonna break into the motherfucking police house? You got some heart, boy. Steal the gun and kill somebody with the gun and then take the gun and go rob somebody. Like you robbing and trying to steal some jackets that your mama already bought you, bro. Your mama just saving you out of all kind of trouble. See, I wish I had a mama like that. Everybody wish they had a mama like that, boy. Mama let them get away with murder on top of murder on top of murder. You literally can't do murder and she'll be right there with you. Boy, it all right, boy. It okay, the Lord. Man, I just heard that nigga, what his name? AB, something light-skinned Jersey nigga. That nigga said he was on trial for murder. His mama was right there. The judge was talking all that shit, how he gonna put his ass away forever. And he said his mama was right there the whole time. Like, damn, bro. Y'all niggas got some good-ass motherfucking mamas, boy. I ain't never did shit wrong. And my motherfucking mama ain't never goddamn. That shit crazy, boy. I love mamas that take care of their goddamn son. And they be by their son's side and shit, boy. And I ain't never did nothing, bro. And the motherfucker wasn't, man, that shit
so
crazy.
They went into that mall, to that store, that outlet store, stole those jackets, got out, ran, jumped in the car. So it was a man that was observing them. He was an off-duty. I want to say he was an off-duty security guard, or maybe, yeah, I think he was an off-duty security guard. Seen him, so he got his jackhammer out the car and beat the windshield in. So these boys got freaked out, got scared. Charleston handed the boy a gun from the back seat, and supposedly the boy didn't pull the gun to shoot the man, but the gun went off.
Because it was locked and loaded.
Because it was locked in. So all of them in there, whether you pull the trigger or not, you was accessory because you associated yourself with it.
So somebody saw them stealing, and
he sent a run to get in the car.
And he takes a
his jackhammer and his camera beat on their window, trying to force them out. You know, he intervened, and I'm
trying to play, I guess,
because he was a security guard or something.
A vigilante, but that's scary. Yeah, police.
Yeah, but he did that. His instinct just.
DBC Essentials body butter.
Yeah, he must want to get killed.
Energy here, cocoa.
You must want to get your ass clocked. You goddamn. You motherfucking. Somebody stealing something, you gonna try to stop somebody, you gonna beat their windshield out, man. You better say fuck them damn jackets or whatever they got. That's crazy. You know, that's crazy. I wasn't bad, bro. I wasn't stealing, I wasn't killing, I wasn't robbing, I wasn't shooting shit up. I wasn't doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I should have been doing it because it ain't no damn good came out of not doing it. I would have never struggled if I was robbing and wilding out like that. But you know what I'm saying? I guess I don't know. But that's crazy though, boy. God damn, boy, that motherfucker been through some shit. Broke his legs at 5, and 7 years old, knock his fucking eye out, then catch a murder charge and go to damn boy. You here. That motherfucker here.
Was, when he was gonna terrify him, and I mean he beat it. So when the boy got the gun boom went off and the man died.
They meant to shoot that nigga.
Later, when I never forget this, Charleston had come home before I went to work. I went over to this boy's house, which his mother had a lot of kids, but he was the youngest. And he might have been about 15 at the time, and all his siblings was like 30 and 20 and something. I went to his mother's house, and I said, is Charleston over here? And she said, no, but she lied. He was there. She lied. He was there. Had she been honest, and I did confront her about this later when I found out that my son could have been spared from this trouble, But there's a lot of mothers, a lot of parents, a lot of people let other kids come to their house and don't even know their parents, don't know if they want them there or not. A lot of them do it. They do it and do all kind of stuff.
Mama White. You hit a nerve with that one, because my daughter, 19, you don't never let my friends come over. You don't want to get to know their parents. I'm like, it's not that. I just want to keep you out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when I would get to know the parents will be absolute trash.
I hate to say.
They let their kids get high, get drunk in their house, they lied for them.
Yeah.
They just don't have no boundaries.
I have no boundaries. They been their friend.
Exactly.
And not their parent.
And then my thing is, my child is with them, or if their children are with me, I call them to say, hey, your child is with me. Do you know that? This is what we're doing. They didn't do that when my child was with them. And that's why I had to cut it off, because I was like, if they're not going to respect me and let me know what's going on, and then y'all out here doing God knows what under the sun,
Mm-hmm.
and then when something goes wrong, they always blame the black child.
Mm-hmm. Always.
And I'm like, you don't get that by now? You the one that do this and bring this, and yeah, you just hit a nerve with that one. And it just reassured me. I'm sorry, Mama White, that I'm doing the right thing.
You're okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are. And
Shopify returns got you chasing emails and spreadsheets. Connect ShipStation with Shopify, and your returns basically run themselves. Labels, tracking, even the branded return experience, it's all automatic. It's faster for you and smoother for them, and that kind of experience, that's how you keep customers. Connect ShipStation with Shopify. Kind of a dream team.
That's crazy.
it was just the same thing. I had to go to work with my hair, because this was front news. When we started telegram, when we had the newspaper, every news broadcast flashing, da. And I just prayed, Lord. So they did get him. They got them. And I had to go to work, held my head up, had to, walking by you people, that's her, that was her son.
Oh my God.
And this one guy, I never forget, I'm just gonna call his first name, his name is Philip. With his wife, I don't know if she believed he was saved or not, but if it wasn't been for that man, giving me scriptures and praying with me every day, I don't even know how I would have made it through going to work, because I had to go to work.
Yeah, to the kids.
Yeah. And he just was there. And Philip, if you happen to see this, thank you. I hadn't forgot about it. It's been over 30-something years. I appreciate you for those scriptures and those prayers. And we were working side by side in the trim room. So get down to going to court, and me going over there seeing my boy, and I'm thinking 14 years old, my heart just was, ooh, Lord have mercy. It was just, ooh, Lord have mercy. And Lord just looking at him, just a little innocent child, 14.
That motherfucker ain't innocent. That motherfucker bad as a motherfucker, man. I love Charleston, he my nigga, but let's tell the goddamn truth. That motherfucker ain't innocent, bro. That nigga the damn devil. That nigga just keep getting in trouble. I know niggas like that. Them motherfuckers can't stay out of trouble. They got to be doing something. They can't just sit their motherfucking ass down. They just gotta do something. That motherfucker ain't innocent. That nigga told the story, bro. That nigga said they laughed. That nigga said before they did that, they was shooting out the car for fun. Them niggas said all kind of shit. They used to rob old ladies and snatch white women purse, punch them in the fucking face. Them niggas say he was shooting out at Pizza Hut and all kind of shit, boy. That motherfucker ain't innocent, nigga. That nigga ain't innocent.
And then he done talk to the law and people. Well, he hadn't been taught not to talk to the police if you get in trouble. We didn't know. I didn't know to teach him that because I didn't know that, So when they come talking about them 40 years, I just almost fainted. I caught a hold of that thing and I looked at that attorney and I said, I'm just walking in my faith. That's my baby boy. I'm not saying to give him a slap on the wrist. You talking about 40 years? I said, I can't comprehend that. I said, I got to believe God. I got to trust God. This is out of my hand and it's out of your hand, but I'm going to trust God. He said, Miss White, this is what it is. I said, but I can't accept it. I ain't going to believe it. I just can't accept it. I got to trust God with everything I got. What else do I have? I'm about to faint. About to die in the inside. Still got 2 other children. I got this baby. No. God comes through every time. So when he went back to court, he didn't go to prison. He didn't get the 40 years. I think he did, 12 years? Even if he did 12. And I never forget that he had got a furlough and then he was going to be late getting back on the bus. He panicked, wasn't going back. He called me. I said, son, you got to go back. You got to go back. You late, but it's not the end of the world, son. You got to go back. So one of the house parents there, which was this lady sending this information, and the house father, I called him on the 3-way, and he talked to him and got him back. So they sent him to a halfway house place that was it in Barnum? Brenham? I'm not sure where it was. But anyway, all these facts of our lives showed us that God will bring you through. Think about the last thing. He gonna bring us through this one too. Mm-hmm. So it was just,
damn, my nigga.
Ooh, you got that bad boy. Ooh, them boys don't ever get out, don't ever, and ever is a long time. I said, yes, he will. No, he's not bad. He just made a wrong choice and decision.
Nah, that nigga bad.
He was a kid.
He was a kid. And the kid's mine.
That nigga no kid. Hey, first of all, I gotta say this though. Motherfuckers ain't no goddamn. People need to stop saying that shit. Once you start doing certain shit, you ain't no motherfucking kid. Once you start fucking, you ain't no damn kid. Once you start busting pistols, you ain't no fucking kid no more. Once you start robbing and running the streets and selling crack and selling dope and fucking bitches and shooting pistols and nigga buying shit, you ain't no motherfucking kid no more. You might be got a kid-sized body frame. You might be got a kid-sized body frame, but your ass ain't no goddamn kid, bro. Like, people need to stop that shit just because that age don't mean that, bro. Age, we know niggas that was, I remember when I used to be in the fucking 7th grade, niggas used to be fucking 6'3", 200 pounds, bro. 8th grade. Niggas had full beards in 8th grade, bro. Don't be saying that shit like motherfuckers a kid. Hell no. Once you start participating in certain activities, your ass ain't no goddamn kid no more. Nigga, once you start doing grown man shit at any age, your ass on some grown man. You could be 9 years old, bro. Look at Lil King. That ain't no damn kid. That motherfucker a grown ass man.
A family, whisper talking about it. She think they this and think they that. No, I ain't think that about it. That's what you thought about it. I just doing it as a single parent, trying to provide the best that I could for my kids. And then My sister had six children. I helped her with 5 went into the system. They said, well, it was my fault, so that's why my boys got in trouble. That's not true, because they didn't come out of my womb. They came out of her womb. My boys got in trouble for making wrong choices and decisions. So back to Gideon's. They want to put Charles on his medication. He called me. I said, oh, no, son. So they said that he was antisocial. So I said, no, you and I put him on no medication. That's just who he is. And then they said, well, he want to run this gang. He want to be head of the gang. And I said, the boy don't even weigh 100 pounds, so where in the world he going to be head of the gang? But this stuff was true, you know.
He can speak.
Yeah, right. So anyway, I was
Now
like,
he in the game.
so he said, oh, no, mama. Then he get out and he had this tattoo on his back made. What in the world is that about? You can't make yourself. But what he was saying, that I made it through that. Through that state school stuff. Because other stuff went on. Then they had, it was a big lawsuit. I'm talking about a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. At this time, he's 18.
Against you? And
No, against state school.
okay.
Against getting state school. And Charles, Mama, I don't want to have nothing to do with them people. I'm out of that system. I said, Charles, son, this money for you on the table with these people, how they falsify the documents against you and all this stuff, you're going to be implemented in this lawsuit. I don't know. Well, he's 18. Well, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even convince him. And guess what? The lawsuit won. Well, he didn't go and, he don't have nothing to do with peace. And don't let the people keep their money. I'm out that system. Because he had did all and experienced all that stuff with the people and authority. And your young impressionable mind, you think that you and authority, these people going to win. I tell them, I don't care about the white folk, black folks, or no folk. God win over all of them. I don't care what they saying. I don't care what they saying. God rules, son. He said, well, Mama, that's your belief. It'll be your belief after a while, but I'm standing on my truth. You believe your God, and I'm going to believe my God, and we'll see who God wins in the end. My God always going to win. So that's why you will hear them say, Mama's God, Mama's God. Not that they saying, I'm their God. They're not saying that because they know better. Because what I position to them, you believe your God, I'm going to believe my God. We'll see which God wins. I'll never forget when I went to visit one time and come with that little hat on his head, you know, that little Muslim thing. And I said, Lord, I got to deal with this. And I said, we sit down. And you get to know Charleston, you can hear a rat piss on cotton at home. And you don't say nothing to him, he don't say nothing to you. And you talk to him, he gonna talk to you. But all this stuff they say, how you doing, and that ain't nothing to him. When he first told me, Mama, these people think I'm funny, I'm going to take it to the man. I said, really? And he said, yeah. And so when he told me, I said, well, son, he said, Mama, people just make me do all this. I'm enjoying it, I'm having fun. I said, but if they come home with you, they can't get 2 words out of you. But that's the part they don't know.
I'll never forget when he did an interview when he said he used to sell pork to Muslims.
Yeah,
on the side of the road.
He fell out with somebody because his son had them pork nachos and loved it in 1 of the seconds. And when he told the man he pork, the man fell out with him. He told him, I said, sorry, you shouldn't have did that. And he can barbecue too.
Just funny the way he said it. And that's what, I mean, the evolution is a comedy. When I first saw him, I was just like, even though he's polarizing as a speaker, the comedy is just where it's at. I mean, the conscious comedy. And there's a lot of conscious comedians out here, and one of them happened to be one of my favorites, Dave Chappelle. And so he is our time's emerging Dave Chappelle. You know, Dave Chappelle had that funny look. You could just look at him and start laughing. You look at Charleston, you just want to start laughing because of the energy he pulls off, the faces he made, how he walk, how he talk, and then the stories he tells about him and, you know, the things that he's went through. It's like, ain't no way he went through that. But then when you see how he walk, I'm like, yeah, he don't went through a few. He got shot in the leg, twisted up in the wash machine. You know, eyes pulled down. And then when he's really...
And I almost got lost in the system when he went to jail over in Dallas. They said he couldn't be found. And he used somebody's phone. Mama, don't let them lose. Mama, don't lose me in here. I said, you ain't get lost in there, son. I don't care how they saying you're not there. I promise you, you're not going to get lost over there, son. I know that's where you are. And they're not going to lose you. For whatever reason, they're not going to lose you.
And he spoke of, like, you know, them putting him in systems trying to, you know, tranquilize him or mess up his mind with medication.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it because he knew too much?
Probably. They just wanted to shut him up, especially in the Fort Worth area. Because he brought a lot of wrongfully stuff that the police department was doing and this, that, and the other. You know, he was in the political realm and he would go there at the meetings and this, that, and other. And my nephew, who's not here, he caused him to get into the political thing because he was politically inclined. He ran for mayor of Arlington back many, many years ago. And his name was Stephen White, and his motto was, white is right. But what he mean white is right, because that was his last name. Not meaning white color. Yeah, white is right.
Clever.
So he helped to get the stadium and different things in Arlington going, some of the transportation and stuff before he passed away. And he and Charleston was double cousins. Both of their dads were two first cousins.
Okay.
And my sister, of course, was his mom. So when they did that, and people was calling and saying that they done kidnapped the Charleston, and I said, well, ain't nobody call for no ransom. If they do, they gonna be up out of luck. So different people was calling, talking about, call his mama, where it's gone, that kept him when he was about 6 months old for me when I worked 2 jobs. That's who they thought was his real mother. And so when I come on set, I said, I'm his real mama. So I went over to that classy lady club where he used to do with the kids. I said, I'm his real mother. Charleston is fine. He hadn't been kidnapped, but they didn't have him in the system, but they had took him to the institution at JPS. And he said, Mama, I asked, man, what you got to do to get out of this place? He said, you got to make like you're taking the medication, and you got to see the judge. The judge that was stationed there is the one who give you your release. So I go over there to see him, and all come back to me as giddings. I see my boy when he come to visit him. I said, son, we just got to pray. He said, I can't do nothing, son. My hands is tied, but God got it.
And put you back in that same situation with that prosecutor that falsified all them documents and stuff, and they were trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But this was the police for PDP, because they wanted him to stop talking and stop telling information, shining the opening on them and their wrongdoing, but it came out anyway.
Because then I think it was like a police standoff that killed somebody and then withheld the body from the family, and I think he said he put a lot of, I can't remember exactly what he said. And he made a standoff to demand that the police allow the body to be shown to the family.
Right.
And then that's when they kidnapped him and locked him up and tried to put
They really didn't kidnap, they just arrested him. I guess it was kind of kidnapped because they never did take him to jail. They took him straight to JPS. And even with that, there's a nurse called me. She said, ma'am, I'm calling you anonymous because they're trying to put your boy in a trap. And I want you to know where he's at. But he had already called and let me know where he was. So that's when I went to visit, let him know that he has somebody that knows where he is. And you have to let me visit him. But this nurse called me anonymous.
So he played like he took the medication, but really didn't.
Or maybe he did, or maybe he didn't. I don't know. All I know, the judge signed off and let him out. He ain't been back.
Yeah. It's just amazing how they can do it. They can't arrest you, then they'll institutional.
Well, think about it. When you're in control, you're in control. I'm side by side, I know you, but I got somebody I need for you to sign off on. Me and you cool like that. You gonna do it. Then I got somebody, just a trickler. I'm gonna do it, because I know you. We cool like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
That's crazy. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. We got a Charleston white mom. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, he been through a lot, boy. God damn, what? God damn. So what that motherfucker been through so much? Broke his legs, knocked his eye out, caught a murder case. That nigga hell, boy. That nigga into some shit in his lifetime.
I mean, when you think about like all the organizations, the foundations that he said he's working with the department, I think he said the Homeland Security and Border Patrol and anti-violence, anti-gang, just some associations and foundations and stuff, and seeing him get on the internet and directly call out like the gangs that are in Houston and Dallas and stuff, and seeing him sit with mothers like Tamir Rice, his mom, and I believe he did some work with Mo3's mom, but seeing him boldly just stand up to what our society deemed as, they're the good guys. But they've taken so many damn sons away from their mothers, and then yet they're put on this pedestal like they're these good people. And I'm like, no, these are demons.
And that's what it is. It's all of the demonic force. All this that we see in our lives before I even learn anything, but I know now, it's just spirits that's already been charged over to take your life out, take my life out, take my son's life out. Even when Jesus was on the scene, Herod put a hit out on all male children because he wanted to get the Savior. He wanted to kill the Savior, and the hit is still out on male children.
The hit is still out on male children.
The hit is still out on male children.
You got to elaborate on that.
Because the devil don't care nothing about them. He want every male out the home. He don't want you to grow up having no family. He don't want you there in the house with your child. He don't want you to learn the real way about life, the way it's supposed to be. So it is out. So all this trouble that these boys having, and then some mothers will say, that's just him. He is always, no, you have to fight for him. I fought for my sons. I fight for my daughter too, but I fought for my boys. When I tapped in that this is a spiritual warfare, God and his word is true.
That's real shit, boy. Shout out to the moms that fight for their kids, though. Shout out to the moms that fight for their kids. That's real shit. I love real shit. That's
it's
real
wickedness
shit.
in high places. High places mean anybody that's in authority. So you don't fight it with flesh and blood. You fight it with the Spirit of God. You put the Spirit of God on it, then stand on it and believe, and then you start letting God decrease you to increase him in you. So then what that looks like? My bitterness got to go. My unforgiveness got to go. How I say what I say to you got to go. I got to be conscious in what I speak. I got to be sure about what I'm doing. And then when I err, I must ask for forgiveness to you and ask God to forgive me. And I got to forgive myself. That's what this looked like with this boy right here, these children of mine. Because people thought my boy was just doomed. Is he going to ever get out? Is he going to ever do this? Oh, it's a long time. What you mean? If God do for y'all, what make you think he'll respect the person want to do for mine? If Charles Manson can come up for parole, what make you think my boy can't? But it's the spiritual fight. And you learn God's word. This is what I've done. When I looked at my boy and hey, this is a whole system that's bigger than me. I can't do nothing about it. Yeah, I'm bold. And I ain't standing down. I go toe to toe with you, let you know I'm not intimidated by you. But you're not going to do him like that. If I got to write to the governor, I got to go to the senator. Wherever I got to go, I got to climb it, I'm going. Because this is my boy. Do I like what he does? Do I like everything he does? Do I like everything he said? No. Do I uphold him in wrongdoing? No. But I've been accused of it by family members. Oh, she uphold her boys in wrongdoing. That's a dirty lie. I don't talk about them, but I don't uphold them, and they know it. But guess what? They belong to me. Do I expect for you to be better to them than I am? No. And any mother, real mother, is not going to allow themselves, a real mother, what I mean by real mother, you stay and you stick with your kids, right or wrong, good or bad. You don't uphold them in it.
Nah, my mom was the opposite. My mama wouldn't stick by my motherfucking ass if I'm right. Fuck if I'm wrong. See, she said some shit, boy. You supposed to stick by your kids, right or wrong. My people against my ass, right? No, I could be right and they could be against me, against my ass, against me. That's some real shit though. That why most kids be so damn bad because they know their mama against them right or wrong. That's why niggas be loving their damn mama because they mama gonna take care of their ass regardless. They mama gonna love them regardless. Like they mama gonna take care of them regardless and love them regardless. No matter if you got money or if you don't, if you fucked up, if you ain't, if you goddamn successful, if you ain't, if you got a job, if you ain't, if you in prison, if you ain't, if you doing the right thing, if you ain't, if you doing drugs or doing not doing drugs, you selling drugs or not doing, like I fuck with that. You supposed to love your kids regardless. Like you supposed to be bound regardless, right or wrong. That's some real shit. Some real shit. No wonder y'all niggas like that love their damn mama. My motherfucking.
But you don't throw them out with the bath water.
Shit, my mama throw my ass out with the motherfucking bath water, the goddamn toilet water, the fucking sewer water, the goddamn sink water, the toilet water.
But you fed you. And when they say, well, we don't know about no hunger, they don't. They don't know about no hunger days, none of that stuff. They know when they come home from school with work, they got food on the stove. This boy right now, Miss White, you sure could cook. I go, how do you know? He say, we used to come to your house and eat dinner with Charleston, you know. You sure used to cook some good food.
Damn. My mama ain't give a fuck if I ate. She ain't give a damn if I ate. I remember when I first found out about that you could put turkey bacon in the microwave. I was like, damn, my cousins come to grandma's house. They mama send their ass with food. I'm like, damn, why the fuck my mama don't send me with no fucking food? My other friends, we outside playing, they can go to the crib and get Hot Pockets. I'm like, God damn, mom, why you don't make sure I got something to eat? Your ass at work all damn day. Like, damn, but shout out to the moms that make sure their kids eat. You know what I'm saying? But you grow up, you learn to feed the fuck out yourself.
And these boys I never even seen before.
Shout out to Miss White. She said she used to make sure her son.
I remember Charles, about 7 years old, little boy didn't have nothing to play with. He gave me his car, his little trucks. But mama, they didn't have nothing. I said, my mama buy me some more. Just giving. Well, he didn't have a jacket. I gave him my jacket. I gave him my shoes. Because they looked at me giving. And you don't know how much impact it makes on your children, but it does. Mm-hmm. And let me say this. Charleston is in his late 30s. He and the kids, his children moved in with me. I worked at night when we used to come home and we looked at the news together. And he said, Mom, let me ask you something. I said, what is it, son? Why is it when people came to live with us, I had to always get out of my bedroom? And I felt something. I said, son, I don't know. I said, I'm sorry. That affected you all these years. You're 30-something years old. We're talking about it now. I said, I don't know, son. Sometimes parents do things without explanation. But what I learned right then is that when you're going to bring people in your home to stay, you need to have a conversation with your kids. Don't just pop it on them. Then all of a sudden you say, you got to move out your room because so-and-so needs to stay here with her. He said, now I have my boundaries. I didn't have no more privacy. I couldn't be on my own game. I had to share the room with my brother. Why he couldn't give him his room? I said, I don't know. I guess because he was the oldest son. I don't know, but I'm sorry.
Oh.
That nerved me down.
That real shit. A mama admitting that she's sorry. That's some real shit. And a mama admitting that she telling the truth by saying, I don't know. You know how many motherfuckers that lie and lie and lie and lie and fucking lie, and only thing they motherfucking ass gotta say is I don't fucking know? Like, you could be at your job and you can ask a legitimate question. A motherfucker just lie and spin you. Only thing they gotta say is I don't fucking know. Sometimes if I ask a question at work or something and a manager tell me they don't know, I be like, man, I appreciate you telling me you don't know, because that makes perfect fucking sense. Now, if you the damn manager and your ass don't know, how the fuck you think we as the employees feel if your ass don't even fucking know? So, shout out to her for damn admitting the truth, because I know parents be lying, especially mine. They lie their ass off. Just lying. And then they got the fucking audacity to tell you not to lie. So, shout out to her. She a good mom, bro. She's a very good mom. To admit that she was wrong and then say, I'm sorry, that's some real shit. You got to give it to her.
And it also learned me to encourage this. Help the people pay a rent. Don't bring nobody in your house with you and your kids. Let them bring a blow up mattress. Let it up in the living room. Don't bring them out their bedroom. Because even them people you do it for, they may not even appreciate it no way. You're probably talking about you behind your back anyhow. You know? And I'm not saying all of them because I don't ask a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because they like, go to her, she'll help you out. She'll help you out. Let's go to the creek. She'll help you out. She'll help you out. And I would. But I learned that from that. Then I had that situation come back around with my grandson. And I was going to do the same thing with him. The Spirit said, you did it with his daddy, don't do it with him. When Charleston went to California to work. I said, grandson, you don't have to move out your room. He said, what happened, Granny? I said, I got a awareness of awakening of something that happened with your dad when he was younger. And we talked about it in late 30, and I shared it with him. I said, they had to put a blow-up mattress in the living room or put a blow-up mattress in my room, but you want to come out your room. Because, see, that's my legacy. You got to protect your legacy. It ain't about what the folk talking about. This is your legacy. So you learn how to protect your legacy. You let them know. No, some people say, oh, he think his mama is perfect. Think his mama, I could have been a whore, could have been a prostitute, could have been a dope fiend, could have been trash, could have been this, could have been that, could have been in prison, could have been this. It ain't nothing nobody done went through that nobody is above, and I know that. Mm-hmm. But guess what? I wasn't. Because when I look at them two little boys of mine, I said, Lord, I can't get myself mixed up in this. Who's going to take care of my boys? I didn't have nobody to take care of them. So the wrong people I was connected to, I had to disconnect from them. Because that's my legacy. My grandchildren is my legacy.
Mm-hmm. That's so sweet.
His truth that he tells, that's his truth. His testimony that he has, those are his testimony. Some of it you might not want him to say, but hey, he done said it. That's his testimony. And whatever he said, bring discord and discord from other people. Guess what? He's still my son. You think I'm gonna cut him off because you don't like something he said?
Aww.
Hell, you crazy.
So sweet.
That's my son. That's my legacy.
Aww.
He came out of my womb. Not things I don't like he said, but guess what I realized is? Whole lot of things we say, whole lot we did. Jesus didn't like it either, did he? And still don't like it. But guess what? He's still your Savior if you have accepted him as your Lord and Savior. You still his child. So you can't cut your child off from you.
Shit, my mama cut the fuck off my ass. My mama used to threaten my bitch ass so much. I'm cutting your ass off. I'm cutting your ass off. I'm cutting. When your ass get 18, I'm cutting your ass off. She used to tell me that so young. And one day I said, Mom, what the fuck you gon' what? I say, I ain't cursed. I say, Mom, what do you do that your ass gonna stop doing so? That made her mad. She got mad. I'm just asking. You threatened to cut my ass off. What the fuck that you do so that you finna stop damn doing? And once I realized it ain't nothing, you might as well get the fuck out of there and just build your own, because you don't want nobody saying, I'm gonna kick your ass out. I'm gonna kick your ass out. I'm gonna kick your ass out. You might as well go ahead and leave, because you don't wanna be laid up in the motherfucking crib one day and the motherfucker tell you gotta go. I remember my daddy did that one time. My mama kicked my ass out one time. I had to go stay with my daddy. My daddy came in there one time and just out of the blue, nigga said, yo, you gotta go get the fuck out of here. So I said, you know what? Just like Steve Harvey said one time, he was fishing in the lake and people kept running him off from the lake. And he said one day when he gets some money, he gonna buy his own lake the way he can fish where nobody can run his ass off. And that was my thing, man. I got the fuck away from there, moved to New York, and ain't never looked back. Got my own spot, dope ass spot. Look at this shit. Dope ass spot, nigga. All white, man. I'm good in New York, boy. So don't get discouraged if motherfuckers say they gonna cut your ass off. Shit, that's okay. I can rebuild, man. I can rebuild, but shout out to Charleston white mama.
Not if you know them, you ain't connected to them. Now some of them had children, they know they don't know where they at. But that's not my case.
My mama damn sure don't know where the fuck I'm at. She damn sure don't know where I'm at.
All right, I totally understand now, and it's like, you are the glue. Like, you're the matriarch of the family, and you know, Charles has, like I said, he has penetrated the internet like no other. I don't think there's anywhere he can go without people recognizing him or knowing him, and You know, they've called a lot of cap. You know, the new word for lie is cap, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I shouldn't.
It's okay. You just got
They'll be
it.
like, oh, he capping. There's no way he did all this. But to hear you explain it now, you really get to see him in his totality. And that's why I would ask people, and especially my platform, they could not stand Charles.
Oh, I know. I got a good girl, a good friend that I mentor in Atlanta. She called me. She said, girl, this guy that I seen on this internet, she said, I wonder who is his mama, who raised him. I said, really? I said, what is his name? She said, Charleston White. She said, that boy is something else. I wonder who raised him. I said, girl, that's my baby boy. She said, you lying to me. She hung up the phone and called me back. And then she called her brother. She said, I got to tell them that's Cricket, baby boy. I said, yeah, girl. She said, Cricket, that's your boy on there with all that cussing. And I said, that's my baby boy. I can't deny him. He belong to me, girl.
Don't blame her.
So then
She said, I belong to me, girl.
My platform, because you know he was really dominant in the male sectors, and of course that's male language when you're speaking on that the gang members, and then when he started to like partner with the women who lost their sons to gang violence, and stuff, it really gave him a softer side. It really just kind of polarized him in ways that people just couldn't imagine. But then when he gets into beefs with people, we see a different side of him, and it's just like. Like I was talking to him yesterday about a beef that he was having with a claimed to be ex-gang member killer, and he said some harsh things, about his baby that he had just lost, and I was like, why would you say that, Charles? I said, I'm a mother, I got a baby. It really, and we as women, it's like. And my platform is 90% women, mostly black women who have kids and stuff. And he's like, that boy took babies from me. He took babies. And he just buried a baby. And besides, these women, they talk about other people's babies. They say that boy he ain't this, he ain't that. So why is all this selective outrage? He ain't give a damn about that baby, because if he did, he should still be grieving. And if he claims to be a killer, and he's trying to change his life and stuff like that, let's just see if he still got it in him. Because you should be grieving a baby that you lost. You said the boy had his own baby in his arms.
Shooting out.
Shootout.
Yeah.
So you think I give a damn about that man? And he didn't care about his babies? I'm showing you who he is. But Charleston will go there. He will go where no man has gone before. And we get so scared sometimes. But now it's just like, but when I see him walk, and his, just true totality, and the woman that raised him, it's like, I see where he get that king status from.
Yeah.
My daughter said, she came home, she said, Mom, my uncle said, can your mama stop your brother from saying all that stuff? She looked at him and said, can your mama stop you from saying stuff? That boy, man, almost 50 years old. My mom ain't got nothing to do with that. Well, I hope y'all got insurance on. She said, well, that happened when he had to be buried, so we don't want to bury. We're not worried about that. So, no, again, I don't like everything he said, even with the thing that he said about the little girl that got killed. I don't like none of that, because that could have been his child. I don't like none of that.
And
I don't
like
none of that. But all at the same time, what's going to separate me from being his mother? Because you don't like it, they don't like it. I love him and I like him. I don't like everything that he does, but he belongs to me. And I'm going to stand and believe God just like I believe him before now. And I know without a doubt that God already knows, according to Jeremiah 1:5. Before the foundation of the world, God already knew. So when I tapped into that,
Just wait.
Yeah, that real shit. God already knew. He already knew. Yeah, that's crazy if you think about it. Man, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. That's a good mama, boy. That's a good mama. She said she ain't leaving her son no matter what. That's some shit, boy. I know a lot of mamas like that. I know some lot of mamas like that, boy. They ain't leaving they son. No matter what that mother. My grandma was like that. My great grandma and my aunt Frances was like that. My grandma Mammy was like that. My aunt Frances was like that. It was like that. They sons did all kind of shit. They was bad as hell. But they she was like that my boy. She ain't gonna motherfucking deny it.
And myself is gonna meet him, we're gonna have sex, and that boy gonna climb up the canal and be formed, and he gonna come out, this is what his life gonna be about. I don't trip. And I got a thing that I came to country, what I used to trip on, I now walk over. So it keeps me humble.
Yeah.
To know God, I already know these are spirits in my mind. I just pray. Charles said, Mama, will you do an interview with me? Yes, so long ain't no call. No, my mom cussed with this lady. I said, I'm not talking about you, I ain't worried about that, but you know I ain't with all that. Not that I'm not familiar with cussing, but that low down cussing, I ain't never liked it before I even got saved and delivered. I just ain't like the low down cussing. But all at the same time, I get it. I get it. And when he asked, yeah, son, because I already know I was going to do one with him eventually. I already knew it. And this is just a point in time. I had a hip replacement in April, and he said, oh, Mom, you come visit me birthday. I was, son, I can't walk for. Oh, Mama, they'll get your wheelchair there and wheelchair you out. And then I got to thinking about it. I said, oh, yeah, my daughter said, yeah, Mama. So she set it up, and here I am. I'm so glad. I needed this vacation. I don't get to see my son as much, don't get to talk to him as much. And, you know, we close. And this time that I'm going to be here with him is just all the money in the world. Can't touch it, you know. And Charleston, I have a grandson was born on his day, May the 17th, my daughter's boy. A lot of people says that he favored Charleston a lot.
Aww.
But I plead the blood of Jesus over his life and pray, because he got a lot of Charleston mannerisms. He's a loner, he's a mama boy, Charles, mama boy. And there's one thing a lot of people probably don't even know. Charles might be about 12 years old when he stopped sleeping in bed with me. Him and his brother, we lay in the bed and talk. They just be in my room. But, and my son, my grandson, same thing with his mama. When I see him laying over there on his mama rubbing on, I think about Charleston and my boys. That's what they did at this age.
Shit, I used to be 5, 6 years old. I couldn't
come
speak.
over to my house and lay in my bed, and I said,
boy, hell no. It used to be thundering, lightning and thundering. I used to be scared as hell, a young boy. My window was right by the, my room was by the window.
How much you love your grandma, you know? So anyway, you know, life is real, and I just pray my grandson. I say, you walk in no other man's footsteps but your own. But he eat different. Charleston eat different. Say, what I know he like and don't like, I don't keep it. I fix what he like, I fix what he like. I say, your mama do that way? Yeah, then come to find out his dad, mama did him the same way, certain thing he did.
Damn, my mama ain't give a fuck about what I like and didn't like. That's some shit, boy. Shout out to the moms, boy, that care for their kids, boy. Cook for what their kids like. You know what I'm saying? That's a reason to love your mama and take care of your mama. Your mama look out for you, and shit. That's some good shit, boy. Parents that don't give a damn about their kids, they don't need to have them. Women like this, they good mamas. They the ones who deserve kids and shit like that.
It's what he like, and you know, just did. When I was a kid, you gotta eat what's on the table, and you didn't go there and eat it.
Me too, that I was. Mama said, eat that shit or don't. Your ass ain't gonna motherfucking eat, because I ain't cooking nothing else. I used to live out leftovers. My mama so damn lazy. She'll cook and eat leftovers for 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Like, damn, bro, that shit been in their last fucking week. Oh, I don't care. She ain't give a fuck. She ain't finna get up and cook and get up and fix nothing to eat. I couldn't say, Mom, I'm hungry, get something. She be like, nigga, you better feed, nigga, that ain't my problem. Man, certain people don't need kids.
You just don't get nothing else to eat. So
that's how my mama was. Your ass don't eat that, you ain't getting shit.
What that is, and I'm glad to have this interview to clear up a lot of things, especially with that guy who had me posted like he gonna harm me. How I was there
now,
for him.
We know that's cap, mama.
Yeah, and
people
then
don't post that they gonna harm people.
Yeah, well, see, he made the picture look like, but I took it. He took the picture at his granddad, and he just was meeting funeral, which anyway. And then that cousin of mine's daughter, they don't like her. Hell, I didn't like the way you lied on my boy. when you know you ain't never been to my house. You ain't never stayed at my house. They had raped her. And she had never been to our house. Now her sister had, and her mama had, but she had, though her brother hadn't been at this particular house. And when Charleston came home, she tracked the time back. Just real clever spirit. You know, you call that a demonic force. That was a demonic force. But it didn't win. And I know she's looking at it. I'm praying for you. And then after the fact, before the fact, her mother had a situation that I helped her mother with this girl's kids. Her mother worked overnight, and I kept the kids in my home that I lived with and shared with a friend of mine that was roommate with me at that time, just she and I kept this girl's kids for her mama. Then charged her dime. So if that would have happened, her mother would have never let her granddaughter or her grandson come stay at my house overnight till she get out from work. So these are family members you didn't grow up with, but family members I care less even to have in a relationship with. Now my niece been gone now for 4 or 5 years. I seen her at her funeral. The girl came up to me. I said, "Oh, girl, I ain't seen you so long. I hadn't really kind of forgot what she looked like. But when she showed my name, I could put the face with it. I hadn't seen her in years." And here it is, years later, 3.5 years later, you come out with this. I'm talking about just strategic going with documents that look like some real stuff.
Then she got paid?
Yeah.
I don't.
We're gonna get you in the cell. Hold on for a second.
And the thing about it, my daughter said,
He's a small, low crack.
Well, hold on. We're gonna get you a chair because we're gonna put you in the interview with your mom. Y'all gonna sit.
my daughter said, "Mama, I got to send this to you because this thing don't went viral." I'm like, "Why? How in the world?" And then I documented, people were gravitating. I said, "Look at them." They said, "Oh, we got Charleston White now. We got Charleston White now."
It didn't go viral. It just was circulating on Facebook.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know nothing about all this.
It ain't making it to my platform. I had never heard it about it. Cause that's my.
But this was my point. This is my point. This was my point. That's how you know it's wickedness in high places. People that got power think they got power, that let these demonic forces use them, and you don't even know what it is. So to sit down and create a document, I'm talking about look like a for real legal document, where people can say this is for real. And so whoever this guy was, my daughter said, they told me, "Y'all go downtown, everybody go get that police report," because we know that stuff is on public record. Well, nobody asked them on. Did anybody go get them documents? She said, "No, Mama, because there's no documents downtown." I said, "Well, how silly was that?"
It was a local Facebook. It's like the people from your hometown.
Yeah.
And it never made it kind of Facebook.
Yeah.
But I thought, but that showed me something. It showed me something. And then, just like her mama upset what I'm saying, well, guess what? I'm upset what she said.
Aaron Smith, 11. You contacted us after, I guess, Bilal was like.
That's crazy. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Got Charleston White mom on here. She a good mom. I love good moms that love their kids and respect their kids. She said she gonna be with her kids right or wrong, boy. She said she ain't playing. She gonna love her kids no matter what. Shout out to the real moms. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the real moms that, you know, she love her damn kids.
And never see her talk to her again. And then if I did see her talk to her, then I would get.
That's what's up. Shout out Charleston White. I don't know why she got these different people on this motherfucker.
You go to Detroit to see him for business?
I went to Detroit, correct.
Okay, so that is, and then you guys went to a Detroit basketball game and sat courtside.
Correct.
Okay, and you did other things out together on a business trip, correct?
No. So from there, went right back to the studio.
And his wife didn't mind you going along to the game?
No, I told you, his wife understands his business dealings, and she's there 90% of the time, if not 999% of the time. She's just usually off camera.
But she wasn't with you that day at the game.
No, she was not.
Your husband could take another woman to a basketball game?
When Jesus shed that blood, when he died, that made it easier to be able to walk in your sins, to know that you are not going to be perfect. Things are going to happen to you. But because I died for you, you're able to ask for forgiveness and try to live righteous.
That don't mean that you can justify bringing somebody else into this world just because you had trauma. You have to become a whole person before you bring another whole person into this world. And if you really want to raise them up in an admonition of God, you cannot continue to live a lifestyle that would then lend itself to them living in sin, the very sin that we're trying to get away from. Forgiveness is for us. Grace is directly coming from God. We don't have grace to give.
So you don't sin?
I don't think that gay people should be having and raising children.
Corey Holcomb, you called him bluff on his own show.
Corey Holcomb has been selling an image for a long time.
You didn't feel like he set you up for abuse?
He thinks that just because I'm a family man, I don't have no children out of wedlock, I advocate for people to do the right thing. He took it for weakness. And we started getting into it, he started getting in over his head because he can't actually articulate a point of debating it. He caters to the lowest common denominator of people.
You're forgetting that there are people that work every day, that go to work every day, that watch you, that look up to you for financial advice. Because I know what you do too, Anton. I know as a black man, you're a symbolic, your wife doesn't work, she lives a soft life.
What I'm saying is, I believe that the majority of women, in general, which could also include your audience, have a different perspective of what it is that they think a relationship is supposed to be, which is one of the reasons why they say they want a partner instead of saying they want a husband. I believe that regardless of what women say that they want, when they get under the right man, they will submit.
Just like her mama upset what I'm saying, well, guess what? I'm upset what she said about my boy.
Big Lou's President's Day deals are on. Come save. Happening now at Plaza Kia in Brooklyn. #1 Kia dealership, 2 years straight in.
What? That wasn't true.
So we go edit this out, because this was local talk. It never went nowhere else but in the neighborhood. See, these was who.
Hold on, let's get you.
Well, hold on, son. She told you to hold on. I know, but I had to.
But I asked you because that, those are the local people who want some national attention. Now they think get some national
Well, I mean, we can edit it out.
Yeah,
Okay, edit that. I'm sorry, but I had to bring it up.
Remember the gang banging 7 years ago that went to the city to try to bring shame on it with the local gang banging. I hate you gave a gang bang. No, to their platform, they gonna make $10,000, $20,000. Yeah, I don't even put that in.
Where's checking? He outside with your security?
Well, just tell them come edit it out right quick then.
No, during post-production.
They already got it.
No, we have to cut it down. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me call my husband so he can get you.
6 months worth of payment if you posted.
Oh, we'll cut it out. We'll take all that stuff out.
Next time you hit a scoring like that, let me shut it down for you.
Well, here's the thing. It's already been shut down because when you hear it, it don't make sense. And just when they being interviewed, they being interviewed in the garage with sheets. No, come on, you don't even know. Man, I'm saying all that.
Oh, the interview.
Yeah, no, I said, man, you.
So basically the story was you. I didn't even know the specifics.
Well, it's a story that when I was 18 and 19, I was not even bought on 18 and 19.
And it's easily disputable.
But that's why I don't address life. If you address it, it becomes light. Now you got all these different platforms to make money. No. So, real, do you know what? You talking about real Toonta? They interviewing gang members in the park. Kunta, OG person. Man, you better not address that. Nah, we better not.
Yeah, I'll tell her that because I think she mentioned it early in the
I did.
too. We'll listen to it and take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just take that all out then.
Hey, can you tell Chef to come inside, please?
Of course.
Thank you. All right, yeah, we'll take it out.
So them the California going to the city with the local gang. I'm saying 19 years old, nigga, I was in the door.
I'm calling you with your phone.
This is what I'm saying.
We need to put Charles and his mom together.
They got DNA tests.
Yeah.
Nigga, y'all got this all. Y'all would see it, man. DJ Academic. Y'all.
Whatever DNA, you been arrested.
You can pause it if you want, but we gotta set up for Charles to sit down.
You don't address live.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't get live.
And that's where it comes to be slow to speak and quick to listen.
That's what they use to create the content. We're gonna probably switch her
If you
our
address
chairs.
that, men don't even finna make $10,000, $20,000.
They will too.
Who they gonna make a white road?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Charleston.
They're gonna set up for.
They're gonna set up for we can all sit down. It's gonna take them a second. So you gotta use the bathroom or something?
No, I think I'm good for right now.
Okay.
You want to use all those strips? What did you say?
Certain parts of this program have been removed to comply with YouTube's content policy and community guidelines. To watch the full uncensored and uncut version, visit TashaKLive.com.
All right, Miss White. You said a lot during that interview. You gave me chills the way you praying for this. You kept saying, that's my boy.
That's right.
Yeah, you heard from my son, that's my boy. Ain't nothing you gonna tell me. My boy coming up out that jail. Mama White, first exclusive interview. I gotta tell you, I could tell why you are the way you are.
Yeah.
And she told us something about you that was interesting.
What'd she say?
You quiet in real life.
Yeah, I really am.
He said that.
Yeah, I observe a lot. Yeah, I'm very quiet.
She said, you'll be in the house, nobody even know you in
And you can hear a rat piss on cotton.
That's exactly what she said.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
I find that very hard to believe. So you're an introvert.
Yeah, but I'm a people's person. So you gotta realize, I grew up in a hospital alone by myself. In the house, healing by myself. So it's very seldom I got to be with people.
Yeah, I grew up by myself too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I picked up on everything, and I was just like, I told her, I feel like, and I may get a lot of backlash to this, but they always come back and say, Tasha, you were right. You are our generation's Dave Chappelle. Very conscious comedy.
Oh, wow.
It to yourself. You know, you observe it, and then you take the world systems, and you present it before people, and let them see it in comedy.
I'm a kid that's been in the window watching other kids play, wishing I can play. So when I get outside and play, I'm acting. Cause I ain't been out here playing with y'all. I was a kid who was out. When y'all was outside playing for recess, I was watching y'all play. Field day, I was watching y'all play. And one day I finally get to play. So that's why I wear the headset. I think everybody playing.
Every single thing that you have been, that you've talked about, that people have called cap on, I had to explain it all, cap on. And then I like that word too because I grew up around, you don't call nobody no lie. You don't call nobody no lie.
Yeah, no, I couldn't say that. I couldn't say lie.
I know, that's disrespectful.
See, but cap on to me be you talking about people. Back when I was young, you said you capping on you talking about it.
Okay.
Not cap like you lying, but you talking about it. You know, it's just different.
I couldn't say funky.
Because it was too close.
I couldn't say stupid. Yeah, I couldn't say harsh words as a kid.
Yeah, me neither.
So I never got to be bad.
So now you being bad.
Yeah. I never got to be bad.
She can still whoop you now.
Yeah. My mother's disappointment in the whooping.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, my mother's disappointment in me is a whooping.
Yeah.
So did you whoop him a lot?
No. Probably just whooping my nose.
Life did. Life did. Between the washing machine, the pencil, the eye, I told her about the gun going off in the club. I said he was in the club. She said he was probably at a strip club.
Yeah, police came to our house and we was told the Charleston shot himself. He shot himself. I said, shot himself? Well, I heard that, not yet.
You would do it now like he'll be all right.
Yeah,
He
right.
survived the washing machine. He survived losing his eye. Like they said, she said you was a
I stayed in something. I'm in full body cast from here all the way down with a stick between my legs.
I was telling her how you came and woke me up one morning. Son, how you get down? You said, Mama looked at my legs and said, Dad, you don't walk today. You hear me, Dad?
I've been talking to
I'm tired of my mama and my brother waiting on me. Legs, you don't get down and walk. He said, Mama, and my legs got down and walk. I'm looking for that picture, but I still have that picture. Yeah.
Oh, man. I gotta tell you, like, I don't think anybody, and I told her, I said, me and you, when I don't think I told her, like, I didn't like.
Remember I told Mom that woman had the fake marriage certificate?
Yeah.
This where she was with it. Remember I said the woman around pretend like she was my wife?
Credit report, fake marriage certificate, a baby.
Doctor information too. Doctor information too.
The one out of line.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so bad. She was calling me every day. I don't know what they did to people on the internet at the time, but it was just like, he's a fraud, he ain't got no money. So every time, like, I guess he said something in an interview, she would send me some documents. And then she'd be like, see, he lying right there.
Because she was trying to get me to leave my wife at the time. Yeah, she trying to get
There's a woman called, the same woman called me, said she was pressing her, don't call me with that, I don't want to hear nothing about it. He married, well, you ain't say don't leave his wife. I said, well, you know what? If a married man tell you he gonna leave his wife and you believe him, don't call his mama, so don't call me no more.
What I gotta do with you?
I told her I ain't wanna hear it. And if you got a baby by him, I'll catch him up later. You know, I don't worry nothing about that.
So,
I don't play that.
So she just, but I didn't know I was being scammed to the level, because I kept saying a marriage license. How she get a marriage license? But the FBI the one who told me she had the fake marriage license. That's how they was able to get my money after her and Nesto was able to get the money out the camp.
I had no clue this was part of a federal case. And I'm receiving all this information. And I'm like, how did we get here? And so off of that, when I found out that everything was like, it was a scam.
I was a missing piece,
Yeah, and he was a missing piece. I did apologize to him, and I came to the internet and I apologized. He did drag me, but it was so funny. I couldn't get mad. It was so funny. Like, me and my husband watched it, it's like, you know, he's like that African, and he got them extra ankles.
I swear he was over whipping on her.
And I think at that moment, I was like, he cool, we go. And I remember, like, there was some other colleagues of ours, we don't know.
But she had gave so much in that interview with you that that's where red flag came up. I'm like, man, what? You know, but had those pieces not came together, who knows how long that could have went on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the police stepped in real fast, and so we, you know, by default, just, you know, that's
she in prison now, isn't she?
Well, she got probation for testifying to him, but he didn't prove.
But that's the one that need to be in jail.
Yeah.
She was the mastermind.
She was the mastermind. But a lot of the stuff, she told on herself in an interview.
And we talking about Erica King.
Yeah, she told
Shirley
herself.
Strawberry.
Yeah. With Steve Harvey, yeah. And I think she was in on it. Because I even tell my mama.
Strawberry, because like how you don't know your husband, where he getting this money from? Who are these women?
They will come over. Yeah, they will come over.
You know what I'm saying? And
so I would go home and tell my mama, yeah, Mama Shirley went to the Strawberry and her husband pulled up in the road robbery.
Yeah, he sent me a picture.
I would tell my mama, I would go home and brag to my mama about meeting Shirley and having breakfast with her.
Yeah.
So
And then the man was the chef calling me up there, Mama, you make that kind of roll that I like. I don't want to know what they were trying to fix you some caviar. He said, I want you to tell my mama what that is.
Yeah, I was trying to get my mama cornbread casserole up there. I can't think of the name, but it was actually Erica's husband who was playing like he was a butler. He was a butler.
Yeah, I remember it was a whole setup.
Yeah,
It was a whole setup. So that's how me and him came.
Locked in.
At the point in time.
Yes, and then, you know, I introduced him to my female audience because I don't think he ever did female platforms except for Dee in the morning.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out to Dee in the morning. I love her. I announced, but yeah, he had never. And it was like, Tasha, why would you sit down with y'all? I said, y'all gotta watch it first. Y'all gotta watch it.
Yeah, the black female audience, they hated me, but they hated Kevin Samuels more. So I was able to fly the fucking radar. so they hated Kevin Samuels even more. So I was able to fly up on the radar.
But I actually softened Kevin Samuels up when he came to sit down on my platform.
And they were grooming me to be his arch enemies. And once I started watching him, I started admiring the guy, became a fan of the guy. So that's how me and Antoine got close.
Yeah, everybody loves him.
And I brought Antoine to my mom's house.
Yeah, him and his wife.
So yeah, y'all brought Antoine to my mom's house.
Okay,
So,
yeah, it's small world. So we somehow, and so, you know, when they want the female audience, they come to me. You know,
I can see why.
You know,
she protects the black. Yeah, she protects the black woman.
And see you real, and you come with facts, and you ain't sideways, and your inside is pure, and you want to do right by people, and you know, hey, that could be me, that could be my family member, could be. So I'm real delicate on how I handle this platform here. So I can appreciate that. So you go with your inner man, which is your spirit person. That's inside of you, and you let it guide you and tell you when it tell you, nah, I think I'm gonna do this because you said you may make reference to it as my gut feeling, but that's the spirit of God that's speaking to you. Because we got three of spirit, we got the devil spirit, God's spirit, then we're in the middle. So when God said choose this day whom you're gonna serve, so you get up, you wake up, which He does that for us. Then you lay there and you decide, and they say, no, don't get up. Other side say, no, you gotta get up because you got to go there today. Then you're in the middle and you decide, I'm gonna go here this far. So you get up, go there, and everything works out perfect. You tell your husband, I know I needed to go. Because let me tell you how that worked out. So that was God's spirit. So the other spirit, which is the devil spirit, that kept you laying in the bedroom would miss what God had for you. So this with Charleston and this Charleston and you and I, all this is just a point in time. Already this, you don't do it. And the rest of yeah, why not? I don't get to see my boy. Yeah, I already know I don't do it. You know, I miss my boy. I don't get to talk too much. I don't get to see him, you know. So I'm elated even to be here. Aww. So I can see him and spend time with him, you know.
I would love to interview my mama, but she gonna be a mama. I'm gonna have to probably get you to do it.
And so I'm an entitled kid, so I don't know what it's like to struggle, or I don't know what my mother had to do to take care of her.
That's right.
So I had allowances, so I have no value or concept of money. I don't love it.
Damn, that's crazy. I wish I could say that, boy. Damn, that motherfucker. Damn, boy. People so blessed. I wish I could say that, boy. Lord bless me to get to that point. That's why motherfuckers act like that. They don't give a fuck about nothing because they ain't got. They always had it. I wish I had it in life.
I give it away. So my mother didn't know I could manage money like this. I've been irresponsible. and entitled all my life.
Entitled. He told me you cut him off at 30.
Yeah.
I had to, girl. I had to.
Get my check called up.
Yeah, I had to realize that's a shit he just was using me.
I ain't lying, he using them. But that's crazy. I know I got a big ass cousin too to do the same shit. Mama damn just pay for everything. He said he could just fuck up his check and just call mama. And she always come through. That's crazy, bro. That's a blessing though, man. That's a blessing to have a good mama that you can do that with, man. That's crazy, bro. That's a blessing. I love to see stuff like that.
As a battery, I got to draw this in. And not to say, as a single mother doing that, you're not grooming them to be like all the men they could be when they get up and get married and in relationships. So you don't hate it, not they want the wife or the woman they serious with be like the mama. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. And that's what I did. I realized I did it. I should have let them boys cut their yard when they were 12 and 11 years old. The heat would have killed them, but I'm thinking I had to work early. I don't want them to do that. I don't want to. But they was enjoying that. Making that little money cutting yards. I should let them keep doing it, but I did.
And my mama, she ain't give a fuck. She let my ass cut. But she ain't paid me. But I ain't care about the paying. I used to be outside with girls at 13, 14 years old. And she cutting the grass, she gonna stop cutting the grass and tell me to cut the back. Like, if you would have, I would have cut the whole damn yard if I would have known I had to cut it. If I cut the yard, I ain't gonna cut half of it and tell you to cut the half. Why would you tell me to cut the half of the yard if you already cutting the fucking grass? Then she don't like with me cutting it the way I cut it. Like, it was just so fucking much with them. Like, if you have gas in the lawnmower, I can goddamn I can have it cut. You know what I'm saying? But you want to cut it when you want to cut it. Like, it's just a problem. Like, but hearing that, that's what's up.
I mean, you were a single mother.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I wouldn't go out there and do it. Y'all ain't gonna do anything. Y'all my kids. But, you know, as having a male figure, like, who would be like, no, let that look working out there, you know?
And the male figure we were showing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They would take on showing the stuff the male's supposed to show the boys.
Yeah, I had a piece of porn every day after school. Could I know how to write my mama shit?
Yeah, I mean, some years later, I was saying,
damn, bro, you know how sweet that is, bro. Your mama let you just. That motherfucker say he used to order pizza every day. Pizza party every day, and your mama got a nice crib. You got damn money. Come to your crib, man. I know that nigga had a great ass life, boy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
As inspector, everything went fine, but my background check came out. I had a hot check. I said, a hot check? I ain't wrote no hot check from the pizza people.
Yeah, I write checks every day.
And I said, well, who will write check for? I ain't wrote no check for no pizza. Then I searched the tab. I said, I'm at work.
That boy writing checks. My mom would have shot my ass. I did some stupid shit like that. That's crazy.
Let's go straighten out. To find out that them boys were doing that.
Right piece. Oh my God.
Every day I
He
scrap
said,
people.
he told me, he said you would put him on punishment, tell him he ain't having no birthday party. He used to having a birthday party. You told him he wouldn't have one. He was like, but anyway, and you said, forget it, you can have a party. So
Yeah, she gave in.
yeah, she gave in.
Some mothers do that. I tell my daughter, now you have to ride it out, baby.
My mama tell me no, her ass mean no. My mama used to tell me no all the time. She ain't never told me my ass yes. She used to tell me no all the time. All the time. All the time. I ain't never heard the word yes. And then you meet people in life and they be like, man, they ain't never heard the word no. So damn, bro, you got everything that you wanted out of life? Hell yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I can't relate to that. Every time I wanted something, no. God damn, bro. What the fuck I'm on earth for, bro? What the fuck I was born for? Everything I want, I can't get. That would make a nigga start selling dope, but I wasn't selling dope, but that would make a nigga get on his money shit. Like, damn.
Yeah, doing what her mama did, you know?
Oh, are you proud of him?
Oh, yes, I am.
You gonna go to one of his comedy shows?
I already finished it.
I tell them, say, y'all let me know when mama coming so I can stop cussing.
But they didn't let it know, because they didn't know. I went to the back, so somebody slid up and said, you must be his mom. And I looked around, so I guess I'm the only mama looking thing anyhow. And then out of junior high school, people started coming over. And then one, my sister friend Anita and I, and my daughter, we went downtown, Big Lab Comedy. And I said, he can't see me, y'all, because he see me, he ain't gonna do it. Mm-hmm. So a lot of us, and when it's over with, and I was standing out there when he come, he said, Mama, I know you, man. I said, it's all right, son. It was a good show. It was a good show. I said, Mom, you know I don't talk like this. So I said, all right, it was a good show. It was a good show. It was a good show.
You laugh.
Yes. Both shows was a good show. And then the security was escorting them out, and he wouldn't let nobody get to him. Charles, no, man, that's my mama. No, that's my mama there, man.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, but both shows was good.
Oh my goodness. But listen, I know you said a lot during this entire interview. And Charles, I talked to you yesterday, so we can But I just want what do you want the world to know about Charleston?
Well, one, he is a human. And he make errors, like we all do. That's the reason why Jesus walked on earth in form of Mary yet without sin. Because no other man could have done that. So we are human. We don't err. We don't do some things you don't like. We don't say some things you don't like. Think about yourself. You do it. It's just not on public. It's not public where everybody knows. Some of y'all doing what you're doing and people be ashamed to know that you're doing what you're doing. But it's not public. It's not on the platform. So he has a heart. He has a conscience. And one of the things that I recall about his conscience is when he cussed a woman out at the church. He called me. Mama, I said, what's up, son? I done cussed this woman out at the church. I said, cuss the woman out at the church?
Remember if I was young? Yeah.
And I said, you cussed the woman out at the church, son? and so my daughter called me. She said, Mama. He said, Mama, I sure hate it, but I had to call you, Mama. Because I said, man, my mama gonna hear about this. I said, son, you got a conscience. Ask for forgiveness and move on. So my daughter said, Mama, I hate to cuss the woman out of the church, but that woman deserved it cussing. So he kept trying to avoid her, but she kept on doing it, trying to make it like they had something going on. She said, I hate he cussed out of the church, but that woman deserved that cussing out. So my daughter tell me,
and move on.
For what I'm concerned, it's facts. He had called me to let me know he had a conscience. So he has a conscience. He has feelings. He cries too, just like we all do. He may let his pride get in the way, but he ain't so prideful. I even seen him when I went to court with him, apologize to a police officer downtown Fort Worth. He said, ma'am, I was wrong. My mother's my mother right here. I told my mother about it. My mama told me I was wrong. I knew I was wrong. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Forgive me for that.
Word.
And she looked at him, she said, I knew you were better than that. So we all error. We all error. Ain't nobody above this thing called life that be lifing. We all error. But he's a good dude. Great father. He was a single father for a while. Did a great job with his kids. I watched him fix some breakfast, cooked him lunch, and I never forget the dinner. I never forget one time he was in the kitchen, he had these pans. He had been having since TYC did his days. They were orange. They was his favorite. I said, son, I want you to get rid of them pans. You've been having them pans for years. He said, Mama, I ain't gonna get rid of them. So one time came along, I had an opportunity to put things in the trash. Before I put them in the trash, he was cooking dinner and getting his food out the oven. And his daughter, Chelsea might have been about 5 or 6, I think. His pants had the rubber, the lasket had worn out the waist of the head. And the pants had dropped down like he was saying. And she put her little hands on him and said, pull them pants up. And boy, he jacked them pants up real quick. Jacked them pants up. And boy, we must have laughed like that.
I ain't said since.
He ain't said since. She might have been 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, my mother stopped being sad.
So, you know, and he's a good son. He's a good brother. He really is.
I apologize about posting the kids. I don't know.
I don't remember.
You.
Oh, okay.
You had your hair was curly and you had it combed over. You had on like some red.
Oh, yeah.
It was curly. It was curly.
You had it slicked back like
Yeah.
hard on SuavenyV.
He looked like a Spanish baby. He wasn't looking like a nigga baby. He looked like
CJ was on this side.
Yeah. Christmas function.
It was my grandmother's, that was grandmama's for the 60, 70,
on 65th.
but y'all had it with the red and black.
At the house. My 65th birthday celebration.
Yeah. But he had his house. So I was like, that's not Charleston. And it was Dr. O that gave it to me.
Yeah.
And,
Jack, she was around him too.
Because, you know, he had this persona that he was like gangster online and coming at Jay Prince, the head gangster. And I'm like, he has suspenders and he got moose on his hair.
But yeah, he's and I'm not the kind of mother just say something. Just to be saying it because it's my child. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right
That's
is
just
right,
what I
wrong
believe.
is wrong. That's
you
a
ain't
fact.
right, you just ain't right, but you still belong to me. You still belong to me.
A lot of my favor when I got in trouble is because the court looked out and seen my mother. Because I'm over here acting like I ain't got this kind of mama. So when they get me down to then my mama show up, this boy playing. Cause they see a whole totally different kid.
Whole spirit change.
Yeah, so that I'm gonna call your mama used to get me. Yeah, I quit. Your mama on the phone, what? Yeah. So, because I couldn't act like this at home. Nowhere near my home.
That brings me to this.
Well, why them boys were so bad then?
He takes his mama to the hospital. He runs up and down the hall, hiding, baby coming out, baby coming out, baby ain't coming out. This boy up there acting just like, I don't know. They put him out to the hospital.
The doctors, the nurses.
Yeah, just up there. They couldn't come back on the premises. They didn't come on the premises, started going birth. Then the mama answered the phone. She didn't leave. I said, take the phone from her. So I told the nurse, I said, ma'am, the dad that's calling her husband, that's my son. He keep calling, but when he called back again, just give me the phone. Tell me you'll get a phone to the mama. This stuff gonna stop. I said, I ain't never thought I'd be so embarrassed in my life, son. I said, you carrying on like this here. And me and my daughter looked at each other. They didn't call back. The mama blood pressure going up. She trying to get later, and you answer the phone. Take the cell phone from her. So then, we go out there and sit in the audience, out in the lobby, and they out there talking about him. They were the other family. They didn't know they didn't know I was his mama. Why they were running them down. So then the grandma come out and try doing this to let them know. And she said, oh, hi, Miss Wayne. And then the man looked, oh, it's Charleston's mom. I said, yes, sir, I'm Charleston's mother. They were low rating them down, girl. They were running them down. Wow. So the man got up and left. And I said, it's all right. It's all right. We had a healthy baby boy that he wasn't able to be there to hold him in his arm because he cut up because they wasn't. I said, you don't know about giving birth, son. The baby ain't ready to come yet. Well, mama, the baby cut, the baby ain't coming out, y'all. It's just what a woman go through. What I went through having you, son. So I thought there was something, but he didn't call back when the nurse gave me that phone.
Wow. You nervous about this interview going out?
A little, but it's all right.
Just don't make the comments.
I'm not.
I know you gonna go on about your father. I know you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like you said when we started the interview, you got people that's gonna like you and people that's not.
Oh, you didn't come in no mood. I done said some wrong thing about a nigga mama. So yeah, and they living in there.
I don't think you're gonna get that on mine.
No. Well, I left so I can be surprised to see what y'all talked about. So I didn't sit here through the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all left so I can be surprised. Yeah.
One thing you know about his mama, she ain't gonna hold no wrongdoing. Of course, I be falsely accused. It's not facts. I'm gonna be there 100%, then some, because that's my legacy. If I can be there for a friend and be there for a cousin or be there for whomever, don't tell me I ain't gonna be there for my own that came out of my room. No, they ain't going down like that.
Good mama.
Right or wrong, good or bad, I'ma stand. But I'ma stand firmly with boundaries. But I ain't gonna uphold him in his wrongdoing. I'm not gonna shout it and say, hey, I'm proud of you for doing this, doing that. No. And anybody that's watching this that know me, you know that's how I roll.
See, I couldn't sell drugs and go give my mama no money.
So good.
And I didn't have no job. She won't know where that money come from.
So
where you get that from? I couldn't walk in the house at 16, 19 with some new shoes with no job. Anything you had, where you get that from?
That's right.
Yeah.
You got to give an account for it.
She set the bar high?
All my wrongs had to be hid from my mother. So I've never done wrong with her eyesight. Whether it's smoking a cigarette or having a drink. Never.
All right, well, listen. We've been here almost 2 hours.
I enjoyed it. Whatever y'all talking about.
That's what's
I want
up.
to do one thing, two things I want to do.
Yes, ma'am. She got to give me some money, too.
I don't know. I ain't got nothing to give. Hey, I ain't got nothing to give.
Oh, she is fashionable. I love it. I like the purse, the sparkles, the jewelry, everything.
Hell yeah.
Let me glasses so I can read this. And then I'm gonna say a prayer that I've been praying for over 22 years.
Oh, wow.
And I'm gonna tell you what it's called. But I've been having this for a few years.
She's so sweet.
And it says, to my son, I wish you strength to face challenges with confidence, along with the wisdom to choose your battles. I wish for many great adventures on your journey. Listen to your heart and take risks carefully. Remember how much you are loved. I am so proud of you. Love, Mom. You put that in your wallet.
Okay.
Now, I've been having that to get at him, not knowing when, but this is the point in time.
Wow. You gonna cry, Charles?
No, not on camera. You won't see me cry on camera.
Because he cried, y'all. I can tell you, he's human. He's human. He's human. So, and I'm Charleston got this. I'm having to send this to you. This, first, I'm going to tell you where I got it from first.
Oh. Even the phone case is sparkling.
Man, she ain't playing, boy.
So this prayer comes from this book from June Hunt, Forgiveness and the Freedom to Let Go. I've been reading, came in contact with it over 22 years ago, y'all. It's real, it works, and it lines up with scripture. Forgiveness and the freedom to let go. Oftentimes we say, I can forgive, but I can't forget. Well, God got a scripture for that. True forgiveness is forgetting.
True
Oh, we
forgiveness.
all been done wrong. We all been done wrong too. Forgive those who have wronged you, and you ask for forgiveness. So now I'm gonna get to this prayer.
Easy to throw on, hard to overlook. SuavenyV.com, man.
Surrounded by the charms of a distinctive village in central Westchester with easy access to New York City.
22 years now. I do prison ministry, been doing it for 24 years. I was foster parent for over 20 years too.
Wow,
I go into the federal prison and I go into the state prison. I always praying and hoping I don't see nobody I know, because if I see somebody I know, I can't go back to that prison. So this is a spiritual warfare prayer. The following spiritual warfare prayer will help you honestly confront and release your anger to God and thereby rid yourself of such damaging habits. Spiritual warfare is that thing you say, I just can't stop doing that. I just can't let that go. I don't know why this is happening. What am I do with it? How am I handle that? It ain't working out. I'm trying to work it out, but it ain't working out. Guess what? It's out of your hand. You got to put it in God's hand. It's called spiritual warfare. You got to put a scripture on it. And here we go. I don't want to be defeated in my life. Thank you, Jesus, who lives in me, that lives in us, is greater than Satan, who is in the world. This is 1 John 4:4. This is scripture, y'all, spiritual. I know that I have been bought with a price of Christ's blood, which was shed on Calvary's cross. My body is not my own. It belongs to Christ. 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20. Right now, we refuse all thoughts that are not from you, God. 2 Corinthians 10:3 and 5. I choose. See, we have to choose to forgive. You have to choose to forgive who have hurt me. And I got to choose to release those that I hurt as well. I choose to release it all in the plan in the palm of God's hand. All of the pain, all of the anger into the hands of God. Galatians 3:13. I resist Satan. Because Satan have power, y'all. He just don't have all power. We resist his powers, according to James 4:7. And we stand with the full armor of God. We ask God to bind Satan. Because when God binds that demonic force, it's bind. Ain't nothing nobody can do. No doors can be open if he closed them. No closed doors can be open. No open doors can be closed. If God do it, it's God. Having any influence over me, over my family, My children, grandchildren, family members, those I care about, even this lady I just met on, a husband that enters to the house. God, we just bind all the influence over their life, God, from the oldest to the youngest. Ephesians 6:11. From now on, with the shield of faith, we will defeat and we will deflect every unforgiving thought that could defeat our life. Ephesians 6:16. And we yield the life of the plan of our life in your hands, God, according to Jeremiah 29:11, because he said he know the plan that he has.
Imagine hearing all this as a boy and got to go back and go play game bang and process all of it.
Yeah, because he know the plans he has for us to do some good.
Yeah, I'm going to play game bang.
Yeah. And I said, no, son, I'm not speaking to you, son. I'm speaking to the spirit I see. The devil is a liar. He's not snatching you out of my hand, not before my eyes. I dare you to come up in my household and try to snatch my child out of my hand. Devil, you is a liar. I send you back to the pits of hell from which you come. We're not going to have him. I plead the blood from his head to his toe. God, from the front, both sides. And when he get out the driveway, the blood is bleeding. No weapon form up against him shall prosper. Every tongue that rises up is already been silenced. In Jesus' name.
I couldn't beat it. Yeah, I couldn't beat it.
He said, no, I don't want to hear all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mama, stop sending me all that stuff. I said, well, stop reading. You don't know I'm sending it.
Mama, that's your God. I went and joined every other God to beat this God. I became more.
That's why she said, I don't know what God you serve in the interview.
Yeah.
But the God I serve.
I said, you trust your God and I trust my God. We'll see.
Damn, bro.
I booted. I went.
This motherfucker, the church smells so damn good. Damn, that shit smells good.
Yeah, he said, how you know? My older boy said, Mama, how you know God? How you know God ain't taking this way, this fashion? You know what, son? You got a point. So since I know, according to Jeremiah 1:5, before the foundation of the world, God knew everything. I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to let you have that. Because God know it all. We know it all. So things that I used to trip over, I started walking over. So I started being more conscious and realized, I said, Mama, well, you got to say it like this. And I said, my feeling be hurt. Then I said, yeah, you got to set your feelings up. Them are your emotions. Because he's telling you right. I said, Lord, just show me how to deal with my adult children and grandchildren from the oldest to the young. So the Spirit will show you what to do. There's times when you don't need to say nothing. Just don't say it. Sometimes I don't make it. But I got to redo it. And ask for forgiveness, because when you do what you ain't supposed to do at the time when the Spirit tell you to do it, the result is not going to be right.
Amen.
Ladies and okay, Mr. and Mrs. White.
Thank you.
Mama White.
Thank you, Tasha.
Oh, I know you calm down. Oh, you should I was like, Mama, he out here. Let me.
Honey, how many phone calls have I got? And my thing is, what can I do about it but pray?
Yeah.
They want me to talk about it, I can't do nothing about it.
Right.
It's a grown man to pray and let God work.
He's a good person, I promise you. He is.
I know he is.
I don't let people frequent my platform like that.
Yeah.
No, she don't.
I don't.
No.
I don't at all. Like, and Charleston know that people are like, oh, it's for the views. I'm like, I get views.
Without me.
Without Charles.
Without
Like,
me.
no, what he says, like, I really think he should be in a seat like this, leading and doing interviews and stuff. And I don't know if you're doing that,
No,
but I can't.
I did, but I comedy got me right now.
I know.
Comedy got me.
And listen, in any way that we can use the platform to help to further the message and stuff, because like you are on the right side. And I love it when he gives them gang members energy. Like, you ready to go to jail? You ready to let them play with your booty in jail? Because that's what's going to happen to them, Mama. You out here killing people's sons and children and stuff. You going to go in and...
Because they just don't understand. See, you don't understand what you don't understand until you understand what you understand. And you don't. You just don't. It's a lot of things that if I would have understood back when I didn't understand, that I would be different even now. I mean, be more different. But when you don't understand what you don't understand, you just don't understand it. And I can't help it.
You put that on a shirt.
I'm telling you.
You don't understand, you understand.
You don't. I go like, why? You know when you go to the doctor, they ask about your mama, your daddy, your grandparents, and your aunt and your uncle. They stop there. They don't go to your cousins. So whatever that's in that bloodline there, that's going to hit those people right there. So that's why you need to know. So for those that They didn't like him before he got famous. Didn't like some of them like me, and I ain't even famous. Some don't like you on your job. I mean, people just spirit. They just spirit, you know. And I'm like, hey, I'm too old to trip to worry about who don't like, why you don't like. I don't even ask no more. If I say, well, what have I done? Give me an opportunity to ask for repentance, tell you I'm sorry. If you tell me, oh, you ain't done nothing, you already, guess what? I don't move on. Let the consequences be God. I ain't tripping on that stuff.
Great interview, Tasha.
No, thank you. It was an honor.
It was an honor to be here as well.
Thank you, Charleston.
Yes,
for
appreciate
her
you.
to speak her truth here, and yeah, we're gonna be watching him. And I give less than 5 years. You're gonna have a Netflix special, especially if I got anything to do.
Yeah, what about that movie, Wrong Address? Did you see it?
I didn't see that yet.
Yeah, I saw it. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
The Wrong Address.
I don't even have time to watch TV.
I know it.
I got my own movies. I ain't even watched them yet.
She's seen a couple of them.
Oh, okay, you gotta send it to me so I can look at it.
I
saw it,
because when I take time off, I turn off everything.
Yes, yes.
So
you just had one child?
I'm sorry.
You just had one daughter?
I have two. I have a 6-year-old son.
Shut your mouth. And she 19, older girl 19? Well, Charles was 14 when I had my daughter.
So and
he needed counseling then. Because he was a baby. He like, well, Mama, you could have at least had a baby boy. I said, but if I had a baby boy, you would still be the baby boy son.
Right.
He would stand outside my bedroom door and turn his head instead of coming on in. He said, at least I'm not playing, kid, and faking.
I'm talking to you about my daughter. She about to be 19, and I swear.
That spiritual warfare prayer you gonna get, you gonna implement that on that. And watch God work. Be the consequence to him. Watch it work. I'm telling you.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Tasha's white mom, man. That was a good interview. She sounded like a good mom. She's a good praying mom. She's a good loving mom. She said she ain't leaving her son for nothing. She with her son right or wrong, bro. That's the real mom, bro. Shout out to the real moms, man. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe.